Okay, welcome. Here we are. We are live. It is summertime, and we got to start with, we're going to do a little clacker and some housekeeping, and then we're going to play the game. We're going to do intros in a second. First, the clacker. Okay, clacker's done. Time for intros. Welcome to the Wylders game. It is summertime. It's July 3rd today, right? Mm-hmm. We live in Canada. We just had Canada Day a couple of days ago. So
we did, and happy Independence Day to our American friends tomorrow.
That's right. Tomorrow, Independence Day. So we're going to go around the table real quick here. We're going to say hi to everybody. I'm Dave Wildson. I'm the game master for this game. We play D&D style game, but we actually use a PATHFINDER rule system for our game, just for the sheets and the maps and stuff. Other than that, it's my own homebrew world, which is why it's called Wylders game. Let's go around to the left. Raven, are you ready? Here you are.
Hi, I'm Glenn the Valley. I play Raven.
Alexium.
I would have got it. I'm a wizard with a bad memory.
Ooh, boing.
That's it.
Okay,
That's
welcome.
all I'm doing.
Hi, I'm Josephine Smith. I'm Amanda, playing Josephine Smith. But Josephine Smith has somehow consumed my entire world, so I'm actually Josephine Smith at this point in time. Yeah. And I operate the Pew Pews and
Gunslinger.
the Whippity Whip. Whee!
Whip Mistress.
On to my left.
Okay, Lavinia.
Hello there, everybody. My name is Janice, and I play the part of Lavinia Rose, who is a fortune teller, a healer, and remover of undead.
Nice. I am Percival Red Feather.
Hold on, wait.
Oh, sorry.
Start again. There you go again. Try.
Percival Red Feather, also Robert Woodbury, and I play a ranger that is enchanted wondrously and committed to being a friend of the wild ride, and also a weird tiger. So when I get, you don't want to see me angry.
Okay. And Thaddeus.
Hello, my name is Ian Little, and I'm playing the part of Thaddeus Poindexter, a traveling physician, and hopefully undoing damage caused by bullets and all that sort of nasty thing.
An upright citizen.
Absolutely.
Nothing to see that could be strange or unusual here.
There is nothing to see here.
Don't question him about those stabby knives that he has.
Oh, I think you are confusing me with my ne'er-do-well cousin, Mr. Beauregard Abernathy.
Okay, so basically, we're going to do a real quick recap. Actually, I'm going to switch around
Before we do that,
you want to talk, Raven? Raven's going to talk to us about some stuff.
Well, I was in New York on a big balloon thing last 2 weeks. And it was a balloon show called The Balloon Story. And if you're in New York, I highly recommend it. It's very interesting. There's, I think they had like 600,000 balloons or something inflated. And it was a big show. But it was cool. And I went to a Broadway show called The 20-Sided Tavern. And to that thing, we got some stickers, to which I want to have one for our ranger who tends to go out and punch things. If you can read that.
Some of us are better at punching and pummeling.
So that's for you.
Oh, thank you.
And this is another random thing. This is for our other ranger who needs a gun or a bullet bow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, gee.
Hey, open it up. Open it up.
I don't know if that's enough bullets.
I don't know.
Probably not.
I think she can use as many bullets as you can get, right?
Unless I can make my own bullets. But
Yeah,
Josephine is a gunslinger, and she also can make custom ammo. She's learning how to do stuff. Oh, my God.
My goodness.
It's a bandolier.
Look at that.
it'd be very intimidating.
Yeah. That's good. You go the way you
Nice,
want with
nice.
it. That's good.
You have to make a fashion
There you
decision, you know.
Perfect.
There you go. Here she is, Miss
Thank
Annette.
Excellent.
You're welcome.
Excellent.
That's
Excellent.
wonderful.
Okay, so
Wonderful.
about Raven's thing. Well, about Glenn's balloons. Look what I can do. I'm actually organized enough today that if we go to the Skookum Adventure screen, we can bring up Facebook and we can show these are the balloons that Glenn was just talking about from New York.
Oh, they look so good.
Don't they look good?
Do people at home understand that those are all balloons?
Mm-hmm.
Every aspect of that image is a balloon.
Yeah, well, it was a big team effort, but you know, it was I did quite a bit of the rigging and there's mechanics that aren't shown on that static image, so the jaw actually goes up and down.
There's
Oh,
no
wow.
scale. So how big is that?
The nose is about 6 feet off the ground.
My God.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
taller than Rob.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can tell a little bit of scale. If you look, you can see there are two stanchions in front of the left claw. And I'll bet you those stanchions be, usual stanchions
foot.
about 3.5, 4 feet high, right?
Yep.
So there you go. Wow, that's huge. Okay, there's two more slides here. Let's have a look at another one. Here's another one. This is a big gorilla, looks like.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's his hand waves. Again, you can't see it in the static image, but that's also a fun thing.
Cool. And there's one more image, and that is, and this one is a video, isn't it?
That one's a video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because look at that.
So who
bird and a
orchestrated
rhino?
all the pyrotechnics? Sorry, not the pyrotechnics.
The mechanical stuff?
Pyrotechnics? No,
That's
not
pyrotechnics.
If they were on fire, they'd be
Animatronics.
Latex mechanics.
Animatronics. No, I was thinking like hydrotechnics. What are they called?
Automata.
Pneumatica.
Okay. Whatever you want to call it. Who did that?
Me.
That
You
was
did, you did all of that?
I did those.
Glenn. That's Glenn's expertise.
That's all your designs. So you designed.
The designs themselves were part of another project that the team leader gave us direction on what they wanted. So it was our responsibility to build them.
And you made them move.
I did. 3 of them.
Wow.
Coolio, huh?
Thank you.
Coolio.
Awesome.
All right. So, we're all a bunch of wonderful, talented people, and it's
Yeah.
awesome to be able to show off some of our stuff. Let's go to, we're going to do a quick bit of housekeeping, and that is the ever required game notes, but I'm getting them shorter every time. We've done almost all of the learn new things and add new things to the game that I had planned. We do have, however,
Are you talking about journal?
couple little things. Yeah, so it's in the party journal. And I've got to put the party journal up on the adventure screen so people can see. Do I have a Dave head? Nope, no Dave head on the adventure screen, I guess. Anyways, here are the notes. Just so everybody's and I'm going to go through them as quick as I can, okay? Here's the big thing you need to know. The bag of holding, we have switched it to this party stash. And I'm going to demonstrate this on the big screen. Is it on the screen behind me? No, it's not. Let me go and put it on the screen behind me, the Games Room TV. There, you can see it up behind me now. So, here is the dealio, all right? If you go to... let's say that you're one of the characters, you want to go to the bag of holding. It used to be that we would have to pop this out and you would go to the actors and you would go to the bottom and under treasure, there'd be a bag of holding here, right?
Right.
And then I also gave you guys a hot bar. Ah, crap, I forgot to show the hot bar on this one. Here's what you can do now. You've got your bag of holding button on your hot bar, but you've also got this button up here on party that says open sheet. This is now the bag of holding, okay? It's actually called the party stash. So this brings us to the party screen that shows everybody, and this tab over here is called stash.
Sorry, where's this button you described? You said
Just go hit your bag of holding button on the hot bar, and it should pop it up. And it should be a green top on the box that says
okay.
the party.
Okay.
You good?
Yep.
So your bag of holding will automatically open the party now. And if you go to the tab called Stash, that's the only one we really care about. We don't care about overview and exploration. Here is the cool thing about the Stash now. You can take anything and drag and drop it from the stash into any of the players on the left, and you don't have to have two screens open. So let's say I want to give a short sword to Lavinia Rose. She wouldn't need a short sword, and it's going to be easy to find it this way. You should be able to grab it. Oh my God, please tell me I can grab it with this one. I'm not on my GM right now, so what am I going to do? Anyways, you should be able to drag and drop. Okay?
Do you want me to try?
Yeah, try dragging and dropping that short sword over to yourself or something
Okay,
else.
give me a second here.
And see if it appears in your inventory. It should disappear from my screen when you do that. I don't know if it will for sure. You can also open up your own inventory, like if I take Percy's inventory and I open it up. And you can also take your own inventory and then you can drag from your own inventory into the stash. And drop it in there, just like the bag of holding. Okay. Second thing about the bag of holding. Did it work for you?
I'm still mucking about with screens to be able to get to it. So.
All right, fine. Here's the other thing. If we scroll down to the very bottom of the party stash, you will see under containers, there's a chest of gems, there's an herb satchel, there's a scroll case. These are all community ones. And then below that, everybody has their own extra bag in the bag of holding. This is so, let's say, for example, well, Thaddeus needs some cedar planks if he's going to cook his fish on a plank. But Percy's the one who finds them. So he finds some cedar planks and he goes and drops them in Percy's bag. In Thaddeus's bag. Percy finds the planks, drops them in Thaddeus's bag, and Percy tells him, "Hey, I dropped some.
Thank you very much.
Drop some planks in your bag." And Thaddeus goes, "Looks, but it doesn't look like they've got anything in them right now." That's because this is what is very confusing and it's really annoying to me. If you click the word, I'm going to use the chest of gems as an example. If you click the word chest of gems, it drops down a stupid description that said that I put in there. It has party's extra gems in it, but it doesn't show you the contents. You have to click the little black box, toggle container contents. Now, could they have made the icon any fucking smaller? Seriously. This is terrible design. I have. Apparently, I don't have permissions to do that. But you guys should be able to open and close them, right?
No, I don't have permission.
I don't have permission to open my stuff.
God. Okay, well, apparently I have things that I have to fix. I will get that done. I will get that fixed. But anyways, you can do this on your own screen. If you go to your own inventory, if you go down to the bottom where your containers are, you will see that I've added containers for you. At the bottom of your inventory, like I'm on Percy's right now on the adventure screen. It's Percy's backpack. It's Percy's possibles bag. It's Percy's
we've
leatherwork.
got capacity all of a sudden.
Yeah, and we're not going to play with encumbrance. You don't have to worry about encumbrance. But Percy's leatherworking kit, the box is shown as open. If I click it, it should. I don't have permissions because I'm on table. I'm going to have to give game screen all the permissions that everybody else has. You guys should be able to click these, and they'll open and close and open and close. And they should collapse. Now, this should be designed so that the description is the little icon if you want to read the description, and the words are the open and close collapse, but it's the other way around. So does that work for you guys? Does everybody understand that? It's important because otherwise you're not going to know you have stuff because the container is closed.
I understand, but I would just like to say one thing, and I appreciate all of the effort, obviously, but it feels like this is moving less from a role play game more to a video game.
Well, this is the end of any of that video game stuff, but the problem is you guys are picking up junk now, right? That you need for crafting. Mm-hmm. And that suddenly created the problem that inventory gets confusing and people can't find things and they're always asking me, where is this? Where is this? Where is this? So I wanted to sort this out so that you would have a place for your stuff. And now you're done. It should be done. If you need more bags, let me know. I'll make more containers for you.
That being said, I feel like Wildermage would be a freaking awesome video game. Just saying.
Well, yes, I guess so. And well, this works like a lot of other video games do as far as that goes. But this is a built-in feature. I didn't invent this box thing. It was already built in. But I had not realized that that little black button was the open close button like for containers. I didn't realize. And also, if you want to put something in a container, drag it down, and when it's over the name of the container, it will turn green. When you see the name of your container turn green, that means the item is ready to go into the container and you can drop it and it'll go in that container. Okay? So you can just leave all your containers open and have, a super long list of stuff, or you can close them if you want to close up your stuff. All right? That's enough of that. I'm going to go back to our other things that we're talking about. Let's see. If you guys have questions about that, so you can get back to me about them later. I've talked about custom named items in the bag of holding converted to usable things. I've not talked about this. The old frog hide that you got from the frog in the mansion of Orzel's house, it's now heavy leather, so you can use it. Containers, box item, you got that. Herb satchels, gem pouches added to all of your different inventories, got that. Glass bottles are no longer containers. They're now equipment. I had to change and fix them and replace them. Silver coins are being replaced with nuggets. Water everywhere. This is something that you guys need to be able to see. It's in your recipe manager. You have a new book in there called Water Everywhere. I don't know if I can get to it here. Let me see if I can find it in my recipe manager. Can I see it? Yeah, here it is.
Got it.
Water Everywhere. This is just so that you can deal with water if you need a jug of water, or if you need a flask of water, or if you want to take water you've already got and convert it into other bottles. This converts, or it even empties jugs. Okay. This is most important for Lavinia, who's dealing with all her holy water stuff. But everybody else is just a utility bunch of water transfer recipes.
Sorry, where was this again?
It's in the recipe manager. So the little hammer that is at the top of your character sheet, or else you go to the items tab and you hit the recipe manager button. It's a big button at the top of the items tab. And that's where your other books are there too, right? Your books for your alchemy recipes, and not your crafting tab, Raven, because yours is different, but all the other crafting that everybody else does. Okay, that's water everywhere. Next thing on the list. Bandage icons updated, no big deal. Junk bomb pamphlet now in crafting group for Josephine. She can now make junk bombs. Fish recipes have been simplified a little bit for Thaddeus so that he can do his fish oil, and other things are now moved in there. So remember how I said you had to only have one recipe for one item? I've been able to improve that a little bit. Party journal is mostly up to date. Here's the big one. On the left side of the party journal, there are now 12 chapters of your adventure. And you can always click the title to open them or collapse them. And they have been improved. Most of them have got description and photos put in. For example, the not so great train robbery at the very beginning. Look, here we go. You've got the not so great train robbery, and it's got the whole thing about your crew and how to blow a heist. And Percy Redfeather got shot in the ass by a hidden train guard. Anyways, it goes on. Going to the gateway, all of these things, these pictures, you click them and they will pop out and show you a full image.
Oh, I miss that place.
Remember?
It's so
See?
pretty. Mm-hmm.
So all of these chapters, most of them have got a banner at the beginning. When you went to the Anasi, remember the desert temple? Here we go. Improved picture of the Unkta desert temple, or serpent temple that you were at. So all of these chapters, all the way down, if you want to go, please, if you find a chapter that you want to add something to, you write it up and send it to me and I'll put it in. Because we've got stuff like Lady of the Marsh. Remember the nice woman you met in the Fen Marshes in the little hut?
Yeah.
You went into her nice little house and you were talking to her. And then, of course, as is typical in these kinds of games, she turned into an evil hag and we had a huge, massive fight, right? So I don't have any of that information written up here. So if somebody hasn't got
What happened there? Oh, and then we had
We
to go
encountered the
down.
centipede things, and there was
we had to go down,
Yep.
and we scooped out all the water
Yep.
to be able to go
Yes.
underground.
Yeah.
So I would like a description of that because I don't have time to do all of them, and I've done as many as I can. Okay. So what if you remember something, and also if I have something wrong that you remembered a different way, let me know. Because, for example, when you guys were in Bimnus, okay, so you went to see Nereo. Here, I'm going to go back to the adventure screen for this. When you went to see Nereo, and it was Thaddeus's wedding, we've got the full deal here. There was the ride on the whale. You saw the city of Bimnus. Nereo presented Thaddeus with his dowry. And then the next day was the merfolk wedding. And I got the whole deal here all laid out. Well, I can't remember. The next chapter is Crabwreck. I can't remember when Crabwreck attacked. Was it before the wedding, during the wedding, or after?
Morning
after.
It
Wasn't
was
it
the morning
before?
It was
after?
definitely after.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay,
'Cause
so
we were thinking about riding the crab to get out of there.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We were all trying to figure out how to get away from this.
Right.
captives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
'Cause we didn't
yeah,
have any
some of
clue.
us went underneath, some of us went up above,
Crab
and
right.
we found
And I
his
went
soft
between the
spots.
shell and found a soft spot.
So I wrote up a little blurb about it, but I was like writing, I'm thinking, am I just making this up now, or did we really play it this way? So I think I got it mostly correct. Anyways, there's the info about Crabwreck. We've got actually Celestia's Vale in here, where you went back to the Hall of Fires and all of that. We've got surrounded by fire stuff, like this awesome new picture of Celestia's Vale Pinnacle. And we are all the way up to Way to the Fae. Verdant. Here, let me close this. Seeing the ship and the floating sky city, the cloud city on Verdantis. Meeting Monty. All
I
this is in
love that
here.
picture so much.
Good looking guy.
Right. The Pixie Pyre, which I don't have a picture of.
Bye, baby pixie.
Ambush at the bridge. You guys got ambushed at this bridge. This was the two most recent sessions we played. And we are now here at Shallow Creek Mine. And this is where we're going to pick up the game and play now. So here's the recap of where we're at and where we're starting gameplay. You had discovered after you were ambushed by a group of 6 Duergar dwarves that there was a little crude map on one of them, and there was a list, a slave list on another one, and it had 3 names on it. And you figure those are the people from the looted camp that have been taken as slaves. So
Could you
have.
bring it up in the journal so we can see that list again?
Can I? Yeah.
Do you want to give me a controller?
No, I gave it to Ian this time.
Oh, well,
Ian's going to
okay.
try and practice today. And I've got one too.
Good. I'm
You know
just
what?
gonna
Actually, I'll
slack
give you
off.
mine for now if you want.
No, it's okay. No, I don't mind. I can just be a pretty face.
That
Just
you
enjoy
can.
your stuff, and we'll figure it out.
And we set up traps and tripwires for the oncoming assailants.
Right. So
The last thing we did before we logged off was to set up a tripwire on the right path and the main path.
And
we
so
were
we have the
exploring the
table
left.
map that is showing that, and I'm actually going to show it on
and you
the
got a
screen
gift
too.
from the gods.
So they've entered this mine. They've taken the little dwarf prisoner with them. I wish to clarify something about the spell light that you guys cast. You cannot cast a light spell on a person. You can only cast it on an object and make an object light up, not a person. So
Wait, is a
It
dwarf
is-
not a person? Then
you cannot cast a light spell on a person. You can only cast it on an object.
it was a
But
dwarf an
I
object
can.
because she did.
I can cast it around it
You
And-
cast. Can I
On his
finish what
clothes.
I'm saying?
I'm hoping.
So I changed it so that you ended up casting it on his leather chest piece. And his leather chest piece is what is lit up.
Good.
Okay?
Yeah.
The reason I tell you this is so the future you understand, you've got to pick an object, and that object can be worn. Okay? But you've got to pick an object, not just a rabbit. A rabbit running around. I'm going to light that rabbit. No, you're not going to light that rabbit. Okay? Stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay, so here's where we're at.
to light a rabbit up, anyways.
Here is where we are at. You guys are all standing around right here in this little area. I'm gonna close this so that we've got the actual thing. You guys are all standing around here. You've got the little Duergar dwarf in front of you, and you had set these tripwires and also your bridger's trap. There's a
Yep.
little tripwire here. There's a
Yep.
little tripwire here.
Yep.
Is this showing up on the screen behind me? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So you've done that because this is a crossroads that you're at, and you decided you were going to go to the left.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Who's gonna go? Who's gonna lead the charge? Who's gonna go exploring?
Well,
down the
I'm
left
in
side?
front. The first thing I'm going to do is stuff my handkerchief into the prisoner's mouth so he can't warn the others about the tripwire.
I think you knocked him out.
We knocked him out.
Oh, we
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
still stick
so-
it in his
We
mouth.
I'm
lost
still
him.
sticking him in.
Yeah, yeah.
Toss him over
Nice.
your shoulder. He's,
Toss him on my
he's a
shoulder.
little guy.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I have a question. Have we rested since I left?
No,
We've
Nope.
had no rest.
No.
Just
Really?
don't worry
we
about
have
it.
not.
You have
We've
no
been
spell
chugging.
slots, extra spell slots
We
back.
tried to have a full rest and got interrupted halfway through.
We got attacked.
We got attacked.
Okay.
So
That's
we've,
right. You
we've been
missed the
chugging.
last two sessions, right? So, were you around for the Duergar ambush?
Yes.
He was there. Yeah, where
'Cause
we
you
almost
were-
died on top
you-
of the rock.
That's right. So from that point, no, that was in game time. That was 5 hours ago, right?
But look, you were at 9, and now you're healed to 28.
Excellent.
He
Yeah.
just doesn't have his spell
Because-
slots back. That's what it
Because
was.
Lavinia and these gentlemen, Lavinia casted heal, and these gentlemen gave
Bound
us
wounds.
bandages.
However,
So-
I made the mistake of casting an area heal instead of a person-to-person heal, and ended up healing the dwarf.
Who we
Yeah,
now
but
carry.
does it really matter?
Are other people still injured?
Mm.
Who's down on their
You
hit
can
points?
look at the party screen and it tells you.
Oh, I guess I could.
The
I'm-
party screen now
I'm-
shows you
I'm
everybody
pretty much
and
the
their
same
health.
as
I'm at full
you.
health.
Okay.
I'm at 34.
Well, I'm an alchemist and I have the ability to create on the fly healing potions. So why don't we
Ooh.
take, and I can do 9 of them total because I've already prepared 2. So why don't we take
I'm
a
only
moment?
2 down.
Yeah, everyone else is pretty much healed. It's just
I think
you
it's
and I were
mainly
close
you,
to
Ray.
dying.
You're the only one who got close.
Okay. Well, I want to heal myself first, if you don't mind.
Not
So
Put
at
your
all.
mask on first.
Yeah. So if you go to the party screen and you click the overview, if you're on stash, click overview on the party screen, and right away it shows you everybody's health. Boom. Boom.
And needless to
boom,
say, of
boom,
course, I did
right?
heals for you at the same time.
So
Excellent.
that's
Thank
how you can tell
Yeah,
how
that's
everybody
why
else
he's
is doing
at,
is from
28 now
overview.
instead of
Sorry, how do you get to the party screen one more time?
Bag of holding button.
Okay, so I'm there.
And then there's overview tab and there's
Overview.
stash
I
tab.
see. Okay, thank you.
There's also an exploration tab where we could have you list the activity that you were involved in, but that's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that stuff. We're going to just go with these two.
Thank
Okay.
goodness.
So my armor class is not accurate on this display.
15.
Yeah, so just so you know.
Why does it think you have 15 armor
I
class?
don't
I
know.
wonder.
But that's another thing. So
Yes,
I need to
he's
heal myself.
squishy.
So I'm going to use at least 3 of these potions.
What the hell has it got you listed that way for? What happened?
Okay, so I'm healing myself. Here we go. For a total of 8, 9 more. I think I'll probably do it again.
I am going to fix that, man. Armor class.
How many?
Raven.
How many
he's
do
up
you need
3.
still?
Well, I'm up to 37, but I'm going to keep healing myself with my alchemy.
Yeah.
And then you
sure.
can conserve your
Okay.
spells. Another 7. So that's 44. I'm not rolling very well. Okay, so I've used up 3, 6. I'll
The
use
reason that your armor class
2 more.
is down is
7.
because under conditions, you have still got the condition unconscious and off guard.
Oh, I didn't realize I was those things.
It's okay. I'm taking them away. Apparently, I was messing around with your character and I killed you a couple times, and then I resurrected you. And the after effects of me killing you and resurrecting you were that you were wounded and you were all these other things. So this is good to know because it's the effects tab. And you should take a look and see the rest of you. If like, if we look at Josephine, does she have, so effect is right here. See this one?
I can't see.
Josephine is wounded, so that needs to go away because she's not really wounded, right? So we're going to go and find Josephine, and we're going to get rid of her wounded so that she's not wounded either.
Thank you.
I have 1 alchemy reagent left, and my raven isn't on the board.
And your raven isn't on the board. Let's talk about your raven.
She couldn't see. She couldn't see underground because we thought about summoning her.
She's got dark vision.
Does she have?
And
Dark
she's
vision?
always summoned unless I unsummon her.
But you weren't there to remind us.
And dark vision does not work in pitch black, and that's what this was. Dark vision only works in dim light. So let's look at this, though. I want to show you.
And does anybody cast light?
Yes, we cast light on the dwarf.
on his shield.
And something he's wearing. Okay.
Chest plate.
Here is something that we want to thank. Let me put it on me and I'll show you. Here's something that Lavinia found and got, and we want to thank her very much. Thank you, Lavinia.
Thank you, Lavinia.
All right, here, look at this little guy. This is
Beautiful.
a little raven. I'm going to see if I can get it up on the camera so you can all see. This is a little carved raven that we can use now as your raven
My familiar. Thank
token,
you.
your familiar token for your raven.
And
That's
Now
actually
we'll wait for the other one.
beautiful.
Yeah.
My
Wait for the other one.
goodness.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So there you go.
Drama, right?
Drama. If it doesn't, I will put a base
we
on it. If
we
it
may be
doesn't
putting a
stand up.
base on it because it falls over
If
easily.
it falls over easy, I'll fix it with a base like the other
Oh,
mini.
it's on a skull too. That's so cool. Is that soapstone?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it might be
It might
soapstone.
be.
It's very nice and
Yes.
polished little setup.
That's pretty awesome.
That's
Okay.
beautiful.
I've been
so-
planning this for months.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
you
it's
have
been-
Drama. Now, last time you were going to send Drama out to fly, but it was so dark that you didn't do it. I figured I'd let you deal with your raven to do what you want to do.
Okay.
So, that's it. Oh, by the way, you asked about how to get to the party screen. The bag of holding button will do it, but so will P. Remember, J for journal, P for party. Maybe. Please be P for party.
It worked for me.
It worked for me.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
it works.
So, J for journal, P for party, and there's one more,
One
C
second.
for character.
Dave, would you mind?
Hmm. What
We've
am I-
got a spammer.
Oh dear.
Hey, interdept, whoever you are. Oh, die in a fire.
Fuck off.
Let's see if we can fix this. I'm going to stop streaming on Kick until they provide a way to block this stuff.
This is Kick again? Because
I don't know if it's Kick.
the last time I think you said it was Kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is that I don't know how to. That's why I have a bot that does this stuff. I don't know how to.
Yeah, because
deal with
on
it.
Twitch and YouTube we can get rid of it. So it
All right.
must,
Well, we're
it
gonna
must
have to leave
be
it there
Kick.
until I can figure it out because I don't want to spend too much time sorting it out. Eventually, we will have moderators that help us out and do this for us, and they will just turf these out while we're in the middle of our thing. All right, fine. I'm gonna have to leave it for now until I can look at it maybe during break and figure it out. Let's go back to where we were. So C for character, right? We'll pop up your character screen for you. P for party, and J for journal. All right. Let's decide who is going to go do what now. What do you guys
I
want to
think
do?
he
on the
think
thing?
he wanted to go first. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna go right after you.
I'm the closest to the intersection.
Okay.
If you're going first, do you have the dwarf over your shoulder because he's slunk out?
I'm carrying the dwarf.
So maybe you should go first, and he follows
You mean for the light?
the light.
Well, he could also, instead of using the dwarf, just pop a torch or something if he wants.
no, that works.
I'm just going to make sure everybody else doesn't have a condition that's debilitating them, but I think we fixed all of the
and
correct
I wanted
ones.
to ask you in game to your character.
Mhm.
Do you think that Bear might help us in this?
So you weren't here last week. We found a scroll of retrieve past companion,
Companion, yeah.
Summon past
a
companion.
summon past companion.
That's
Yeah,
handy.
so as a group, we all kind of decided that maybe it would be a great thing to bring Bear back. What do you think about that?
I don't like it. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. I'm glad you got your bear back.
She doesn't
I have
yet.
not.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
She
waiting.
hasn't
we're
used
voting.
it.
We're waiting for you to get here.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, of course you should get your companion back.
What do you guys think? Is now a time?
Now is perfect.
In the darkness.
Well,
now
our
that we-
foes
we've got-
are running towards us as we speak.
We've got no time to rebond, and it's
It-
been months.
I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Okay. I guess we will try.
It's up
so
to
let
you.
Me,
You
Let
can do
me-
it now, or you can do it when you leave the
let-
mine. It's up to you.
Well,
If you-
my concern is for him, of course,
Well,
and
if
I
we're
mean
in,
for us potentially too. He is a wolf,
Dire wolf.
and he hasn't seen us in months.
He'll
Um,
remember.
You think so?
are we in a combat at the moment?
We're about to be.
We're about to
You're
be there.
not in combat, but you
we blocked off
the
one,
dwarves,
one
no.
way and the
The
other
Duergar,
way,
no.
and the dwarves are pretty much charging us.
And they're not going to be expecting a wolf.
so you have they have been alerted by the dwarf captive you have who shouted and alerted them that you were there.
before we
You
conquer-
know that they are somewhere this direction on the map. Okay, they're somewhere straight up. All right, you've heard rustling and clinking of armor and things like that from that direction. You've not heard anything from the other two directions, and after they were alerted by the dwarf that you the Duergar that you have captive, whose name is Burgle, Josephine knocked him out. She
No.
smacked him.
No,
Oh, Percy smacked him.
Percy-
Somebody
Per-
smacked him.
Percy conked him. Yeah,
thought
I
you
suggested
conked
it,
him.
and
She
you turned
totally-
around and
She
conked him.
I
totally
totally
conked him.
just smashed him.
She
She's like,
totally conked
she's
him.
I
gaslighting us right
suggest no, I suggested that you conk him, and you turn around and conk him.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
You watched the
then.
video again because I just watched it this afternoon.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Okay.
He's just being.
Well, I guess we have it on video, so if she watched it,
Gives
she
evidence.
knows.
Yeah.
okay, so we have a couple of ideas that just came to me, and they're going to come down this one path, right?
We think.
We think.
Can we just hold on a second before, like, I know
They are coming.
about your ideas, but casting a spell from scroll requires holding the scroll in one hand and activating it with cast a spell activity using the normal number of actions for that spell.
2.
The spell must appear on your spell list, which it does. Because you're the one casting the spell, use your spell attack modifier and spell DC. The spell also gains the appropriate trait for your tradition, arcane, divine, occult, or primal, which I'm neither. Any physical costs are provided when a scroll is created, so you do not need to provide them when casting from a scroll. If the scroll requires a locus, you must have that locus to cast the spell.
It does not
from
require a
scroll.
locus.
Scroll. Can I just cast it? And
Yes.
say, hey, bear, come back to us, please.
You can do
Do, do,
exactly
do.
that. Okay. So, as you cast the spell for bear, all of a sudden a swirling portal opens in the wall right beside you, the giant stone wall of the dungeon. And there, coming through the portal, is
Hi, baby.
And his
What a
butt's just
beautiful
going.
boy. Oh, he got decorated by the girls, I see.
Yeah.
there. I don't know why it didn't show up on the screen behind me. Maybe it's
There it is.
only to tab.
The girls decorated
bow.
him.
He
He's
paired a
pretty
little
now.
bow. Oh, yeah, it's very sweet.
So he sees all of you and he's very excited and happy and surprised. And look at that. And he jumps out and he comes through.
Yay.
As he
Good boy,
scrambles,
we love you.
as he scrambles to come through, you realize that he is no longer the little bear that you are used to. And by the way, we're going to have another quick look and show you that there is also a little carved soapstone. I'm going to see if I can get it to focus in. A little carved soapstone bear, once again, that Lavinia found and bought so that we could surprise you with a bear as your companion. There is your companion to bring.
Thanks, all.
You can put it where you want.
So, wrong one.
Oh,
There we
yeah,
go.
he's big compared to us, right?
And you will notice that Bear, who is a dire wolf, a small dire wolf, is now a very, very big dire wolf.
Nice.
This means that I need to go to the screen and under companions, I'll turn him on for... Where is he? Okay, so Bear will appear as a companion. Oh no, here he is. Here he is. Here he is. I had him hidden in. Oh, I know why I have him there. Bear is now in the mounts section of the companion folders because that's how big he is.
He's big enough.
You could ride him.
We could ride him.
Well, maybe
Yep.
two of us, but probably
so you
not
guys
me.
can all actually go see him now under your actors tab in the companion section, and I'm going to give Amanda control completely over him so that she can drag him out onto the table whenever she wants and do what she needs with him.
Refresh.
I'll drag him out for you this time so that he's here. Book. he's a little big on the screen.
Oh my.
I think we might have to make that a little bit
Oh,
smaller.
there you are.
Let's make him the right size. There we go.
Talk about
That was a little bit out of control.
Yeah.
All right, so his token is now the right size. Okay, so you have him, and if you guys want to, he's got like a biography and everything. If you want
Well,
to
you
read
guys know, like, I lost my husband and child. So Bear was the closest thing
To a friend.
to family
Yeah.
since then. He was my baby, and losing him was heartbreaking.
Mhm.
So, oh my gosh.
So if Percy wants to, he has the ability to communicate with Bear and actually talk to him because of his beast speak.
Yep.
He can find out what Bear's been doing and where he is.
Dave,
Mm-hmm.
you hit the timer for at 47 minutes ago. At 47 minutes ago.
It's
For
complete.
half an hour. Yeah. Well, it's definitely because you said it for half an hour.
7:56. All right. Okay.
I'm just saying because I just.
You guys want to break now?
I just refreshed and I just saw it.
Make it a quickie.
Yeah, I need to go run into the washroom anyways.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. Sorry to the folks at home that we're not running on the full steam yet, but we will be right after this break
Look
because
how pretty
we don't
he
have anything else
is.
to do.
Oh,
we'll see you guys in right now. It is 7:57 Mountain Standard Time. We're going to be back at 8:10 Mountain Standard Time, so 13 minutes.
can smell.
Okay, welcome back. We are picking up where we left off. We had a little break, and quick recap of what's happening. Our group is in a dungeon, and they know that there are Duergar laying an ambush or charging them. They don't know yet ahead of them. They've got one Duergar captive that they have knocked out. Lavinia had previously cast a light spell on that Duergar's chest piece to blind him, and it had a very harsh effect on him, and he was blinded. He's badly wounded. He's the only one that survived of the 3 Duergar that were beaten down, and 2 killed, him unconscious, and 3 others that ran away. They have gone to this mine to free some slaves that the Duergar have. And that's the small encapsulated bit of a much bigger story that we're playing in this campaign. So now you guys can decide what you want to do. You're at this crossroads and you've been discussing strategies. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
Going down that slope.
Yeah, Thaddeus, on his way through the intersection, is going to grab the glowing vest off the dwarf
Okay,
to light my way.
fine.
And I'll check the pockets as I go.
Nice.
Ah, smooth.
Okay, you did not check the pockets of this dwarf before, did you?
Nope.
Right? You have not checked him. Where's his... Come here, open up your list. His inventory. He had a staff and he had some leather armor. Oh, he might have had a message. Maybe you did get the message off of him already. It was probably
Yeah.
one of 3 messages. There were 3 messages. Did you guys get all the
From
messages
H.
read
I think we read those, or you
in
read
the
them?
journal?
Yeah.
If we go to, was it under lore? Was it culture? See, I got too much stuff now. I don't know all my, and these are all need to be. Duergar, that's not remember dwarves. Damn it.
While he's searching, Percy, because our one active viewer who's commenting here, why don't you can explain to him why you're the most melee of the group?
Why am I the most manly?
Melee.
Melee.
Melee. It's
Why I'm the
nothing.
most melee oriented of the group? Because one of the things about my background is I come from the Shoshone, and we are famed for our horse riding, wrestling. We very good at running in the forest, and so we have a great deal of physical prowess. And amongst my peers, I'm fairly burly, so I'm 6 foot, 6'2", I think. Anyway, so and I
Beard is
also
blue.
yeah, there you go, 6'2", bearded blue. But also, I tend to favor items for up close encounters because I also have a mastery of the bow and arrow. But it's much more engaging for me to be right up close and battling people directly. So I really enjoy the fight. I enjoy the combat because it feels more honest than sniping somebody off at a distance.
So I think that I'm the most melee of the group.
Oh.
I know I'm the tiniest of the group,
Mm.
but I have a mean ass sickle that will do serious damage.
Assicle. Sorry.
Anyways, that's
Maybe it's
just-
a popsicle.
maybe.
But
Okay, so I figured it out. Here's the thing. It was in quests, of course. So you have quests. I think you can see them on the screen behind me. If you go to quests, under the Feywood quests, because we're not in Feywood yet, but these are still considered Feywood quests. Duergar Raiders is where the list was, where you had the slaves for transport
Yeah.
list. This is also where you had the first letter that you translated and said, if you don't come back with someone what's good to sell to the Aesir, don't come back at all. And Perdra says, if and you don't bring back oil for the machine this time, he's gonna make oil out of you. I'd believe a Mortlock if I was you. H. And you know H is Hegland, who was the apparently the leader. There is a third message on one of the other bodies that you did not discuss last time. And here it is. And as Thaddeus translates it, the third message says, and this was actually in Burgle's pocket. Third message says, Dalrin, Helgun says, we're leaving the mine tomorrow night to head back up north soon as you get back with more slaves. Don't forget, you owe me 3 silvers from the card game last night, Marzel.
Okay.
Now you find this in Burgle's pocket.
Can't talk right now. Running down the corridor.
Okay, fine. So let's go back
Did you stuff his mouth?
Yes. The stuffed his mouth ripped off the vest.
All right, so you are going to go down that corridor?
Yep.
Jay.
And I'm going to sling him over my shoulder and carry on after.
Like a Duergar boulder?
Yep.
Sling him over your shoulder like a Duergar boulder.
And then you guys all go ahead, and Bear and I will follow up the back and watch the back.
Okay, as Thaddeus goes down this passageway, it descends to the point where when he gets to right about here, do I have it on the screen the right way? Let me move the screen over. When he gets to right about here, there's a big 6A carved on the floor. Never mind about that. It turns a corner, but right at the very bottom of the slope, there's what appears to be some water. About 5-6 inches of water laying there from what it must have been an old flood. Probably what destroyed the mine was an old flood. So he finds water. He finds a left-hand turn.
I keep going, assuming that the rest of the companions are following me.
I'm following.
Are you guys following?
Yeah.
You
Sure.
following?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm wrong about that. The water in the flooded barracks. Oh, now you know it's a barracks. Is cold, and it reaches to the ceiling.
Ooh.
One must hold their breath.
I just watched Titanic last night. Ironically.
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
You actually don't have a problem with that.
So you wade into the cold water. You are able to breathe underwater very easily, so it's no problem for you. And for those wondering why he could breathe underwater, you can check Thaddeus's backstory on our website, wildermage.com.
Who's driving?
WYLDER.
Put a Dave head in the corner?
Sorry.
There we go.
He can't put a Dave head in the corner of that screen
Of that screen.
because I have not got it. I don't think I got it built the right way. Go back. Let's go back to it for a second. Adventure screen, Dave head. Dave head. Hey, Dave head. Okay, it's something I have to fix.
Okay.
It's there for the table map, though.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's just all of us.
And you're carrying that vest of light, correct?
Yep.
Okay, and the rest of us are in pitch black. Is that true?
We could use torches.
Are you going to light a torch?
Well, I would like to light a torch because even though my glasses of night work, they don't work in pitch black. So I will light a torch.
You light a torch. Hey, how come I can't?
And all of the underground gases come up and ignite.
So far, it doesn't smell too bad.
I'm sure we would have smelled.
There, you've got a torch lit.
underground
Well,
gases.
actually, I already had your torch lit, so I could have a little bit of light in here. So, Thaddeus, what do you decide to do? Are you going to continue moving down there?
I'm continuing going.
Okay.
I stop for a moment and take out the shell of easy breathing.
Oh.
The shell of easy breathing.
I then sprinkle a few drops of water into the shell of easy breathing, wait for it to fill with salt water, immerse my head in it, and now I can breathe underwater for up to 8 hours.
Is that a multiple use?
I put it down on the floor of the slope at the bottom so everyone can see it. And by the time the thing is full of salt water, you guys are all going to catch up with me.
Well, I'm assuming this would be fresh water.
It's salt water, comes from a magical source.
Okay.
In the
Where did you get the shell of easy breathing, people?
From the bag of holding, and we got it from the undersea realm. And the king of the
That's
undersea
right.
realm was part
He
of the
gave-
dowry.
The merfolk gave you the shell of easy breathing
Okay.
so that you would be able to do stuff like
so
this.
can it only be used with one person, or can
No.
it be used
No,
with
no,
multiple?
he
No.
just set it down. He breathed and
Well-
then he put it on the
Yep.
side.
And
And
I'll read
whenever
it here.
again.
While the shell is activated, whatever creature can submerge its head and let water and bubbles fill its nose and mouth, or whatever body part it uses for breathing, as a 3-action activity for the next 8 hours, the creature can breathe underwater. So this does not have a limit on how many creatures can use it or anything. So
That is correct.
what I would like to yell back is, use the shell, pick it up when we're done. And I'm going to carry on. I'm going to douse the dwarf, of course, and then we'll carry on under.
Okay, Percy gets a hero point for being smart.
Yay.
And yes, shell of easy breathing is exactly the kind of purpose that you have it for. You also have Lavinia's water breathing spells and other things, but the shell of easy breathing is a quick, easy way for you to deal with stuff.
Yep.
As Thaddeus moves forward, he finds that he comes to a spot on his right where there is a big stone block that's blocking it. I'm going to move the map so that it's good on. We're going to put it on the triple screen for a sec. And Thaddeus is moving out, so I'm going to just move the map over like this. You guys can move minis as you need to so that you're sorted out for your minis. Okay. Thaddeus is now faced with a way ahead of him and an alcove to his right,
Close to
and
the
a
left
big
and
stone block to his
alcoves
left.
to the right.
It appears that passage is all blocked off. He can continue to move as he wishes under the water.
Oh no.
I'll also put this on the adventure screen now so you can see the adventure screen and give you an idea of where they're at. There's Thaddeus and what he is exploring right now. What do you want to do? You want to continue to move downwards?
Yep. And I'm going to try and follow him.
Try moving. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Thaddeus, for moving your token too. If you guys could actually move your tokens along with wherever your minis go, I don't have time to do both things at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so as Thaddeus moves down, he finds that he's at a little crossroads here. He's got, once again, a blocked passage on his right as he's facing downwards, and it's open ahead of him, the water-filled passage, and there's also a water-filled passage to his left. And Percy comes along and jumps on his head.
I think at this point we need to wait for the others to arrive.
Yeah, you guys need
Well,
to.
are we? Well, obviously.
What are you going to do? Are you
can't
guys
talk.
going with them? Where are you going to be?
Let's wait a second because we apparently needed a bio break right now. So,
Well, you guys decide and then she'll catch up.
Yeah.
okay. What do you think? You want to
Who's going
follow?
next?
May as well.
I mean, where else? What else are we gonna do? Right?
So, Percy, you've got that dwarf with you, right? That Duergar?
I would
Yeah.
like to know.
Yeah,
if
but
I
he
can-
needs to be attached to me
I will
somehow.
do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it? Can I use this shell on Bear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
just-
so
you
like
just-
I would put it on
You
his
would, you,
face. and...
no, you just stroke his nose,
Mhm.
calm him down,
Mhm.
tell him to put his nose into the water. And then once he puts his nose into the water, he becomes enchanted by it and it allows him to breathe underwater.
Okay, let's
So
go
it's,
Bear.
it's up to you to coax him
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
The description of that shell specifically says any creature.
Yeah.
So it counts for people and bears.
Bears and bears, yeah.
Well, wolves need
Wolves.
bear.
I'm going to unsummon my raven so she doesn't have to do
Just to
this.
All
simplify the
I
thing.
think it would be something a bird wouldn't want to be.
What?
Bird don't want to be in water.
Nope.
Unless it's a penguin.
And
I love penguins.
Now, how are you guys doing? Are you able to move your tokens around? Get your tokens to go. Remember,
Yeah,
up,
you-
right, left. left, right, up,
hold on a
down?
second.
Click on your
You
marker,
gotta usually click on your marker to make it work.
and then use the upright, left, right to move it around.
okay, but it's still pitch black here.
You okay?
It's more like where we are.
I'm gonna need
Okay,
to move
Well,
myself.
just move your digital token. Click
Yeah,
on it, and then
you're
use
going-
the arrow
You're in the mud
buttons.
pit, Josephine. You just walked through 2 walls.
No. Well, I'm going back. I'm trying to. Dang it.
There,
we go.
Josephine made it.
She got overzealous.
Oh.
She's just
There
gonna
we
walk
go.
through the walls. It's okay.
I'm not sure how you even
Sticky
get to your
keys.
digital-
You
Click-
want to
click
turn
your
on
icon.
the-
Token.
Click your token.
Yep.
And then go use arrow keys up, down, left, right.
Where did Bear go though? He was
Yeah.
there.
Where the hell did Bear go? Hold on, let me fix him. I will get Bear. He is supposed to be here with you. Good. Bear appears.
This is why I
He's
don't
so
do.
big.
This is why I don't do video games. No,
If you need to, just go
Look at
through
your
the
screen.
wall.
He's just
I'm-
covering us
Oh,
all now.
okay.
I can only see it.
You can
from
only
there.
see it there? Okay.
Why can't you see the map on your screen?
I'm just gonna move him up a little bit just so that he doesn't cover everybody else.
Just close your character sheet and the map should be there.
Okay, fine.
Glenn?
I'm going to cast Scroll of Light on my hat. Because if I'm in the back and the light is way ahead of me, I'm not going to be able to see much.
Okay. There is your hat is lit up and you no longer have the torch lit. Thaddeus, which way you want to go now? What do you think?
Mr. Heather, what do you recommend? Straight ahead then. You want to veer off on the side. Point. All right.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's something wrong
was
about
the
that
actual
Raven.
way.
Raven, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I'm trying to fix it, but it won't work.
The Raven.
The
Raven
relative.
is somehow stuck
Yep.
and is. I can't even get him to unstick. I can't figure out what's going on.
Oh, Lavinia, are you?
Just ignore that Raven there. It's just some
Yes, there you are.
bug in the token.
Thank you.
She's unsummoned anyway, so
I can't get it to do anything.
Hmm.
I don't know why. Okay, you decide to go down that way. And ahead of you, down the passage. Looks like it's clear and clean. You don't see anything else down the passage.
We can breathe underwater for up to 8 hours with this.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. That's way better than any spell Lavinia has.
Oh,
No offense.
You be nice.
All right, little one.
So Thaddeus swims down the passage a little further and he discovers that he is in a little room with
Succeed.
a table. He's in 6 degrees Celsius.
Ooh.
It's cold water, man. Everything's shrinking. And let's see. There's actually a description. This
I
looks
tried
like
with my
it's
mouse
an
and I
old
cannot-
flooded kitchen with a bit of dining room. There is an air pocket trapped at the roof of this room. And as you look up, the light is pretty good at being brightly lit by this leather vest that you're carrying that's lit up. It looks like there's a ceramic jug floating in this air pocket on the ceiling.
How high is the ceiling?
It's only like I said, 6 feet, six
6
and a half
feet?
feet. Like
Okay.
literally, you're almost looking at the jug like right here.
Okay.
Okay. So
Somebody grab that jug for me, please.
Also, you notice there's a little glint of something that's on the wall, and as you look over, you see that there's a hook on the wall, and there's a set of keys hanging on it.
I'm going to examine the keys,
Or just take them.
or just take them.
It looks like it's a ring with some old metal keys on it, but the keys, fortunately, have been made of brass or bronze, and they're a little bit corroded, but they have not rusted away like an iron key would have.
Okay.
So you're fortunate in that. So you take the jug.
You're taking the jug. I'm
The
taking the keys.
I took the jug and
Jug
handed
is
it
going
to,
into the stash.
I handed it to Lavinia.
You're just taking the jug. It's a sealed jug, right?
You didn't say that.
It's a sealed jug. I did not.
It's a jug of surprise.
So, and you well,
It's
I'm
a
not going to
minute.
tell you what to do. What do you want to do with this jug?
Okay.
Oh, I handed it to Lavinia. She said, "Somebody
Lavinia,
grab
what do
me
you
the-"
want to do with this jug?
I want to add it into the party stash.
All right, you stick the jug in the party stash.
We'll figure it out later.
Sorry, I have a technical question. So this jug appears. Where do we see this jug on our displays on our computers, or we don't?
You
We're
don't
just
get to because
describing
you're
it.
not decided. You're just going to shove it in a party stash and not look at it. So I'm not turning it on.
Well, we are looking at it. It's in our hands, and it's a ceramic, and it's sealed.
Yeah.
We have to examine
Can
it.
we learn more about it?
Well,
a
you
sec.
probably have to open it if you want to learn more about it.
Well,
Just
not
saying.
necessarily. I
There
can
could be
cast.
writing on it or a symbol.
I cast detect magic on the jug.
There.
Well, we're in an air pocket.
I am now.
do faces and wiggly fingers at you.
I've got so many goddamn tokens. Percy, could you move back a little bit with your token?
Okay.
I can't get at the jug.
I'll just go on the wall.
So there's a picture of the jug here, but is it just how come the jug ain't okay.
What is that
God, all
that's
this-
following you around? That's the Duergar.
I know he looks like an Ewok, right?
I know. I'm just thinking, what the heck is
Or a Wookiee, I guess.
So again, there must be some oh, there we go. I got it. Okay, hold on.
By the way, the last person who left that hallway picked up the shell, right?
Of course.
Just saying, we should.
Who was the
Make
last
sure we did
person? No, Lavinia. Of course she grabbed it.
Lavinia, you grabbed the shell. Yes.
I thought that somebody else was, but that's okay. Yes, of course. And I handed it to Josephine.
Who put it in the bag of holding?
Otherwise known as the party stash.
The party stash.
Even when you think you have everything set up, you still get crap like this happening. Okay, I've re-put the jug there. You can click the jug now.
Woo-hoo.
Is the jug lootable?
Sealed
I
fucking-
lacked the
Oh
permission
my God.
to update token.
Sealed
What?
fucking jug.
Sealed fucking jug.
Okay.
Okay, come on, loot.
Hold on, I'm giving ownership to everybody. There. Now you all have ownership of the jug.
No, there's a healing potion, an anti-venom potion, and a healing potion moderate. So a lesser healing potion, and
So for the people at home, this is what they're looking at. Here's the jug.
Lavinia or Raven, you need to come in and clear this out.
And we will, after game time, we will just put
Just
this
do it right
into-
now. Just drag and drop it into your own.
While you're dealing with that jug, Thaddeus, what do you want to do?
I want to go back now that we've got the stuff.
Want to go back up the hallway?
Actually, it probably wouldn't hurt to have a good look around.
The
While we're
only thing you
underwater.
find are the keys in the jug.
Okay,
Nothing else to be
Nothing
found
else?
in this waterlogged kitchen.
fine. Moving on.
Moving on up. I'm going to change
Moving on, moving
the
on.
screens a little bit for you.
Time to break free. Nothing can stop us.
I'm going to pull this screen over just a little bit because we're going to be doing a little bit more like that. Okay. So which way did you go, Thaddeus?
Inventory.
I went
Okay.
back where we had been, and I'm going around, going straight from there. I'm ahead of Percy and the dwarf where they are right now.
Oh, I see. You're hidden by the fog of war.
Yep.
Yeah, the others are lagging behind us a bit, but
There we go. Okay.
They're there.
So fog of war shows you that there's a slope going up now. It appears to be a stairway.
yay,
And this stairway is climbing up out of the water.
huzzah!
Woohoo!
All right. So as you climb up out of the water, you find yourselves in what looks to be an old, dilapidated barracks.
Come on.
Come on, screen.
How did you beat us here, Raven?
Hey, I'm a mage.
He teleported through the wall with his magey powers.
Plus, there's another
Mangy power.
another little path there.
Yeah, but those have big stones blocking them. Okay, did that work out for everybody? You can all see stuff. So this is what you find in this area. I'm going to have a look at the notes real quick and see what they say. So it's a dry chamber, but it's pitch black in here. There are 5 dwarf-sized bunk beds. They're arranged along the wall. There are some cabinets on the opposite side. It's dry but icy cold, and it seems colder than it should be. There's something strange about that. Who's doing investigation?
I am.
Roll for perception.
Uh, 13
Plus whatever you've got is total. Total ain't good enough to perceive what needs to be perceived in this room.
I'm gonna get a little closer to the.
And roll for perception. Jumping has a bet.
22.
That's interesting. Okay, so there are a couple of things. First of all, it looks like there's some kind of brown stuff growing on the wall at the head of the bunk beds, where all the bunk beds are. The wall along those bunk beds, there's some brown stuff growing on it. In the corner, right where Thaddeus is, it looks like there's a book on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I tried to pick up, but it wouldn't let me.
It didn't let you pick up that book?
Didn't let me.
What about you, Raven? Are you able to click on that book that's in the corner by Thaddeus there? I just don't know if
I
it's
think there's
clickable. It
something
might
on the
not.
screen that we're not supposed to be seeing.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time figuring out what a book is on this display.
Oh, I see it popped up. It opened on me accidentally. So laying on the ground, there's a tiny little book. You can zoom right in.
No,
see.
on the actual tabletop, we're seeing something that we shouldn't be seeing, I think.
It doesn't matter. Obviously, that brown stuff is not supposed to be good.
Not
Okay,
brown stuff.
I double click
Yeah,
on what
I
I
know.
think is a book on the bottom left corner, and it pops up a window that says lore history, and there's no data currently displayed. It's
little
just a
book
blank
that's there?
page.
Yeah.
Oh, now it popped up something called Wylders RPG.
All right, hold on. I got a little.
That's an
technical thing I'm still
NPC,
working
not
out.
a. So I don't know if that book is a history book or.
So you open up that book. Yeah, why would it do that?
Yeah,
This guy's insistent.
I'm finding is Willibris.
The title of the book is Nova Roma. And as you open up the book, it's a very badly waterlogged book.
New Rome.
New Rome. Yeah.
And you can actually now see it in your journal under lore. It's called Nova Roma. Here it is on the screen. Is it on the screen behind me? Nova Roma?
You got to scroll down.
Yes.
Okay, and it says this badly waterlogged book is unreadable except for a few pages. And there is one of the first pages of the book is right here. There's some text on it and it looks like it's some type of printed image of a Roman legionnaire on a horse leading a legion through some type of portal. And he's got the big eagle standard that's well known for the Romans. And it says here, as you make out with Thaddeus's magnifying glass, it says, one of the few remaining accounts of the arrival of the legendary 9th Legion stated that they appeared out of nowhere in the Pictish wilds, as if a swirling portal to the other world opened and they marched through. The Nova Roma Empire counts this event as the origin of their beginning in the eastern lands. Thus, the common use of the Nova Roma calendar and the term Adventus Aquilae has come to define the days of the current age.
The arrival of the eagle.
So, it goes on. You find another page, and the second page that's readable. There aren't very many, but the next page says, to reclaim their lands and build the city of Nova Roma, the legions of Nova Roma battled the Olympians for centuries, eventually emerging victorious. Mount Olympus, the last holdout of the Olympians, remains under siege to this day. You find another one that looks like it's an image of the city of Nova Roma with a legionnaire standing in front of it. And then you find one, and there's a page that has an image of Romans battling the Celtae dwarves. There is no text, though. It's just the caption. There's another image later on. You find this is the last image that's you're able to make out anything in the book, and it just says battling the drow.
Ooh.
So
Yeah,
this
you can get some
is
of them.
the history information that you find in the book of Nova Roma. So if you look at your map, and you can look at the one on the wall, you'll see that it says it's a map of Era, but underneath it, it shows that this particular map is the Western Lands, Westryn. This book is about something that's occurred in the Eastern Lands, which is obviously got to be across the Sea of Atlantis, right? But the important information from this is the calendar, right? Because this information indicates that the calendar counts its time from the arrival of the 9th Legion in this world, which was, what's your current calendar date on this?
1779.
So apparently 1779 years ago, the 9th Legion arrived in the world of Era and rebuilt the Rome that they knew here in Era as Nova Roma. And that's why if you click on any of your calendars, you'll see that it says 1779 AA, Adventus Aquilae, arrival of the eagle. So that's why you know there's a difference in the year date stamp of this and 1899 when you guys arrived.
Mm-hmm.
And other stuff that you can look at in this room. What can you find?
I tried clicking the scroll in the corner and it would not let me open it.
There's a little green book up in the top corner. I wonder if Raven is able to click that and get it to work. There's also glowing right in the center above the 6C, something laying on the ground.
That was not there before.
And it appears as soon as you click that mirror that's there,
I have a Wilbur Gunther.
all of a sudden,
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor. Let me just get this so that it appears.
Don't you have something?
Boop. A ghost appears, pops out of the mirror. Bloop, 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 bloop. It says, "Ho ho, hello!" And
We don't want to catch one. Well, hello,
Hello,
Wylders.
my friend.
How do
Aww.
you do, sir?
He smiles at you. You can see he's a kind of a cute little guy. I think that we can actually click him up and pop him out.
Ah,
Kind of has a, like a
There he
wholesome
is.
wish here. He wants the mirror to be returned to the memorial in the forge, so his soul can be remembered in the dwarven mountain gods, and he can be released from this place.
Because it is so bored being trapped here all the time.
Oh, this
So
sweet
that's
little
what he
ghost.
would
to do
like.
that.
If you can find the shrine to place the mirror on, it would really help me out a lot. Thanks very much.
Side quest.
Yeah, let's do it.
So he's happy to answer any questions about the mind.
Mhm.
He'll also
That's
make fun
right.
of us if we mess up.
Do you happen to know if
We
there
also
are
make fun of
prisoners
us.
being held here and where we could find them?
Prisoners. Oh, I know about the mine as it was when it was an operating mine. You know, this is called the Shallow Creek Mine, and it was great until the creek wasn't shallow anymore. And suddenly one time the floodwaters rose, flooded out a whole mine, killed a bunch of us. I'm the only one that's left as a ghost, though. There might be a few supplies around and a few other things. I hear that in some of the rooms up to the north of us, there are some folk that have come into the mine recently, and they're not healthy folk. But I don't know who's where or what they're doing. I might decide. I've never bothered to go look. I might decide to tag along with you, though, and have a look just to make sure that you're doing things the right way, you know.
Would you like to come with us and help us in our quest?
Oh, I think rather than help you, I'll just watch and make snide comments. That would be my
great.
role as a little
you
extra
wouldn't-
ghost.
You wouldn't want to peek through walls and see if there is danger for us, would you?
Nope.
Ugh.
I'm going to see if you, whether you're going to join me as ghosts or not, frankly. Because if I can't have the mirror delivered, I suppose company would be my second choice.
So if we do
Fair
this
enough.
quest for you, can you give us an idea of what your level of gratitude would be?
My level of gratitude would be this. Pwah! And because Raven has beaked off to Willebrus Girthander, Willebrus Girthander has now splattered Raven with ectoplasm,
Oh,
and
You're
Raven's
gooey.
hat is no longer lit.
That was rude.
Mhm.
Yes,
He
you were.
gooed you.
I've been slimed.
you should be
Mhm.
Willibus
I've
Gooender.
been slimed.
It's a pity that slime doesn't glow.
So
I mean,
he's not
does
going to
it
help
have
you,
a
and he's
UV
just going to
light
come
at me,
along and
though?
watch. But you never know. He'll certainly help you as far as any details of what places to go in the mind or what might be ahead in those areas that he knows about. Not about creatures that might be about that could jump out and get you.
Well, how do we get out of this room?
You got to go back the way you came. Back down through the drowned hall. That's the only way out. But there's a little green book I noticed in the corner here. Did you have any success clicking on it, Raven?
It allowed me to do a search for books. So if I click yes,
And then you have to click gather.
I do, but it says there's 0. So I've already gathered it, but I don't know where it put it.
Look in the
If
chat.
you look in your chat, the chat says Raven gathered a ruined book.
Okay.
So you ended up with a ruined one this time. Such is life.
So, like, not a ruined book, but a ruined book.
That is correct.
Yes.
Thank you for clarifying that, because I
Mhm.
was just wondering.
Yeah, because often we pick up things that are ruined, and occasionally we come across things that are ruined.
Those are the only things you find in this room other than this strange black moldy stuff that's on the wall ahead of the beds. And apparently that's where the source of cold is coming from, is that stuff is sucking all the heat out of this room.
Let
Well,
me
I
ask
suggest we
you.
don't we steer clear
what
of that.
stuff on the wall is.
I don't know. Do you want to figure it out?
Get your list of
Who is
companions.
wanting to go and look?
I will take my Bowie knife and try to excise a small portion of it.
And what are you holding?
What am I holding?
Bowie knife and a dwarf, right?
Well, yeah, but I put the dwarf down.
Okay. As you scrape off a small portion of the mold, a few tufts of spores go poof, and you can tell that they are very poisonous.
Oh, this is very poisonous.
So, I have a question.
Yes.
Will
let's switch this off.
anti-venom medicine work in an instance where you've got poisonous spores?
Anti-venom medicine is a medicine for what?
For venom specifically,
For
I don't think they'd possibly.
Venom. I didn't say that anybody was hurt by these poisonous spores.
Just that it's there. Yep. Okay.
Now, on the other hand, if you'd walked up to it with a torch, that would have been a very bad thing. But you see, Percy's the one that went there instead of Thaddeus.
Mhm.
And well, Thaddeus would have been okay too because the thing. But anybody holding a torch that had walked up to that would have triggered that brown mold.
Well,
Yeah, because essentially
you
we
dodged
have
the
dark
bullet.
vision, right? Yeah, both of us.
You dodged the bullet.
Dodged the spore.
And yes, anti-venom only works on venom from a
Like a
sting
spider
or a bite.
or a bite. Or,
and these spores, they're like a dust, a powder. Can they be
Yes.
collected?
Floating in the
bottled?
air. Any contact with them will poison you.
Okay.
So I don't know how you would collect them into a bottle or something like that.
Leave them alone, Mr.
Alexium.
Alexian, that's his
pretty
name.
good
We're
wizard
having such a
curiosity,
hard
though.
time with your
I wonder
last
if I can
name
try this.
today.
That might kill me.
I've been away. Well, we could put a if we put a bottle over top of a spore and then broke it, we could gather it that way.
Well, it's not like, I mean, these spores are super, super little fine dust motes floating in the air.
Okay.
So if you walk over there and you go like this, now you're poisoned.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah. You may have noticed that
So-
some of us aren't even
do
in
we
the
still
room
have
anymore.
the underwater breathing on
Yeah.
though? So
For
does
8
that
hours.
does that make us breathe separately than like
That's a
under
great
Oh, I got it.
question.
underwater breathing? Let us breathe in spores,
But this area is not underwater.
but we are still protected by it.
No,
You're
we can just-
protected. You're allowed to breathe in the water, but once you walk out in the air, it doesn't protect you from. It's not like a mask.
No.
Although that would be valid if you were wearing a mask over. I would then consider if it was a mask that spores go through. But in this case, it's not like a mask. It's just like ability to magically breathe.
We forgot to reset the timer, by the way.
Oh, we did. Okay. I'm going to manually set a timer, and I'm going to set that timer for another 15 minutes.
Okay, so we're gonna beat it out of the room here.
Thaddeus,
Let us
Yes.
beetle.
can you remove the tripwire from that direction so we can go that way?
Okay, so you decide to
Is
depart
anyone
this
taking
area,
The ghost.
and you decide the ghost decides he'll just come along on his own.
He's going to follow if he wants.
Well, we need
He
we need
just
to see
drifts
what's
through the
happening in
walls.
this intersection.
Yes, we're keeping our eyes open for what's happening in the intersection.
As you come
It's
up to
my
the intersection, you
tavern,
find it
follow
exactly
the
as you
road
left
to-
it. Willibris looks and he says, "Oh, a tripwire. Oh, pretty sneaky. Here,
He's
let me
really
show you
cute.
how
I like
ghosts work with
It's kind of a
tripwires.
dank too.
Oh, I went through it. Oh, I came through it the other way. Oh, I'm gonna go through this one. Oh, I went through it again. See, nothing happens. You're lucky it's not ghosts after you, aren't you? So you come back to the intersection where you were. Lavinia, you'll need to move your token back up
And
there.
I'm asking Thaddeus to remove the tripwire from the direction straight ahead of us so that we can proceed downhill.
I am listening in both directions to see if I can hear any commotions.
Any commotion?
Now there's complete silence from the passage going straight up to the north. I should also make sure, since we are moving, I'm going to move the map and pull you out of that area and back to here because this is the way you want to go. All right. Look at that. All the minis are actually in the right place almost.
That's nice.
And we'll update the adventure screen as well. What's happened to the adventure screen? Why isn't it there? It got messed up. That's why. Okay, there, good. So this is where you are. And which tripwire is it you wish to remove?
This
one, which one is it? That one?
Yeah.
All right. So you go over and you remove your tripwire.
Are we gonna put it back across the way that we just came, just in case?
Gonna put a tripwire behind you?
Well, I
I
would
don't think
imagine
we have to.
if the bad guys put the tripwire there, they'd know about it, so it probably wouldn't trip them, right?
No, this is our tripwire.
Oh,
Like Thaddeus.
Yeah, we
set
put it
them
there
up.
when we heard
Oh,
the
I see.
dwarves.
okay.
They didn't want to
coming
get
to attack.
snuck up on from the side or the front.
Okay.
Right. And we're not putting a tripwire behind us because we explored it, it's underwater, and we've already found out there's nothing there.
There
Okay.
could be
Apart
more
from a new
beyond
companion.
what we explored.
Mm-hmm. It could be.
The area didn't look like you find any other passages unless there was a secret one you did not detect.
Yes.
That's always a possibility, especially with us, and especially with this game master saying that we always miss shit. So
doing pretty good
might
so far.
might have been one.
Okay.
It's a very distinct possibility.
So Thaddeus has walked down the thing down the
Thank
other
you.
heavy slope, and he comes to an area. It looks like it's carved out, but there's a lot of rubble laying around ahead of him. And he comes to once again an intersection, right, left, front, kind of thing. As he steps into this area, all of a sudden he hears some squeak, 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 and foop, 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 foop. And above him, a bunch of a swarm of vampire bats come and they attack him immediately. So this swarm of vampire bats, they hit him for, let's use our new mug. Hooray. This is the mug that Lavinia and Josephine got me for Father's Day, that has the cool, awesome dice roller in it. And with an 18, they end up hitting
Oh darn!
Thaddeus.
and they end up doing, let's find out how much damage a swarm of vampire bats do. The action is called Blood Feast.
Can you just put away Jurema too?
1d4. Oh,
She wouldn't
I
help
don't
us.
know
in
if you
this.
can take this
No,
kind
you
of
don't think
damage.
she'd swoop at the bat?
No, I
Thaddeus,
think she'd get beat up.
prepare yourself for 1d4 plus bleed. 2 points of damage and 1 point of bleed from a vampire swarm.
We're gonna miss you.
I'm pretty sure all the damage is more psychological, because who likes being swarmed at by
I'm
a
not
swarm
even going to
of-
put you guys in
vampire
initiative.
bat.
It's one stupid little bunch of vampires, bats. So Thaddeus obviously is going to react. What do you want to do? You want to whack him?
Yep.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
He could be
Are we in
psychologically
combat?
damaged and turn
I'm
into a
not going to
superhero.
bother with combat because he's going to kill him.
Okay.
They've got an armor class of 15 and 11 hit points. They're going down. Well, what's your extra? What's your extra?
Oh,
What am I looking at?
which thing are you using? The cane rapier?
Oh, the cane rapier. Yeah.
Plus
What's
10,
your plus?
isn't it?
A plus 13.
Okay, you're all
13,
right. You're all right.
fine, You're fine.
You're fine.
You can
Okay, roll for
go
damage.
Closer if you want.
You guys want it open?
We've got the fan on. And
Okay, damage is 1d6 plus 2 piercing and 1d4 fire. 1d6. 4
6.
Well, do you need a cup? Where's our extra?
and
Could you
1d4. 4.
Here's a cup for you, Thaddeus.
Thank you.
Okay. Give me the cup back.
We got one for him. A dice cup. So what total damage did you do?
Okay, the 1d6 I rolled 4 plus 2,
6.
and then the 1d4 fire I rolled a 4.
A 4. So as the fire hits them, foop, they all drop to the ground, squashed and dead. And the vampire bats are done.
Oh, poor baddies. They got squashed even.
Well, they burned up as the fire hit him from his thing.
Crispy
Okay.
fried Fledermaus.
Now let's find out.
Bear, are you hungry? Because Uncle Thaddeus just made you a snack.
No.
Crispy fried.
Then do you want Bear to get the blood disease and
Fair
become a
enough.
vampire?
No.
Ooh, vampire direwolf. I'll have to look into
Just
that.
because they're
possibility.
vampire bats does not mean that they're vampires.
you wanna take that
bats are
chance?
Just a type of bat.
Yes, I know that, but do you want to take the
Let's put it
chance?
on you guys if we're going to discuss this. It's a story.
See, when they say vampire bat in
Lady.
biological terms, it's just because it sucks blood. It doesn't
That's
have a
correct.
disease.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a vampire bat, because I can actually summon such things, they don't have all that stuff. They just can bite you and they give you blood feast, and that's about it.
Okay,
But they
so-
also
Now, I don't know about a giant vampire bat, but these aren't giants.
no bat swarm.
So, Thaddeus, what you doing? Where you going?
So Bear could have it as a
I'm listening in all directions.
As you
Dogs
listen
have iron
in from all
stomachs anyways.
directions, you hear a lot of rock shifting and going crumble, 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 and you hear a little bit of clack, clack, clack.
Rats.
That sounds like or beetles, perhaps.
From which direction?
Beetles are clickety clackety more.
The click clack and the little skittering you hear from directly ahead of you, which would be that direction.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
He also has our only light source, just so you know.
Unless
Unless we light another torch.
you wear your dark goggles.
Well, it's all
But
pitch
that's
black.
not a light source. It's just
Okay,
enabling
I'll relight
him to
my
see.
my torch again.
Okay. All right. So Thaddeus lights his torch. You guys put your tokens where you want to be as far as your lineup and all that stuff.
Well, I'm waiting for Thaddeus to
What
move
are
out the
we?
way.
We're going down
Are you going to
here?
go north, or what are you going to do?
Which way do you want to go? We're going to say that the way
way do you wanna go?
towards Josephine
I'm thinking
and
go
Raven
north
is
instead of-
north,
Yeah.
which means that way is east and the way towards me is west. So
Oh,
which way do you want to go?
So that would be east then, right? That way?
No, that's north.
Or is that
That's
north?
North, east is towards Lavinia on the map.
Oh. Okay, so that's north.
Yes.
I'm
Which
signing
way is
out and
most
signing
likely to
back
be
in
the
because
dungeon?
my math is gone.
Let's go north.
Okay.
I think because we heard them over here.
Next time start
So-
scrolling out. Maybe it's just scrolled in.
So
and off to
maybe
the side.
Okay. Going north.
Thaddeus's bag. This bag has Thaddeus's stuff in it.
That's so
funny.
that you guys do not get confused with stuff. Okay, as you continue to go north, you notice a lot of rubble laying around on the ground.
In the 6A area. Wait, no, we're going.
Mind the rubble, ladies
Right
and
here?
gentlemen.
This way.
And I've got to look at some notes to double check
Okey-dokey.
this stuff.
Speaking on behalf of Bear, he's gonna go and sniff the rubble.
It looks like all the rubble is probably been left there. This was a mining area where most of the mining that was being done by the dwarves was at. So all of that rubble has been from stone being mined in all of these various little alcoves that you find. And I don't have anything else for you other than you find a point Josephine, if she looks right down at her feet where her icon is, we'll find that there's a little prospecting icon there. You can actually try and prospect around a little bit. I will continue to give you guys clean up this fog that's here so that you can see what's going on.
I have to move myself because I can't. Hi, Larry.
Once again, it just looks like these are mining tunnels. They're all lots of rubble laying in them.
Yes, I'd like to mine for gems.
Lavinia finds a spot that she can mine for gems.
Did you
And I'm
just
very
say-
pleased.
I was gonna prospect, but I can't because my token's on top of it.
I can't find it. It just came up as a pop-up screen saying, "Would you like to mine?" for
Would you like to prospect for precious gems? Yes, and then we go to the chat and see if we got anything.
I did find a scroll, but I have no permission to look at it.
Damn it.
Scroll of
I
Sea of
hate the
Thought.
permissions in this game.
Hmm.
All right, where did you find that scroll? Is it where Bear is?
I don't know. It pop-up came and said, "There's a scroll
Do
here.
we
Do
need
you
Bear
want
to
to gather?"
move? We can move Bear. I'm trying to, anyways. It feels like everything's frozen right now.
Should there be an icon or something?
Prospecting surface. You are prospecting for precious metals.
Okay.
And let's see what
Scroll
we get.
rank 3B. Oh, Glenn, I bet you I know why.
And that's why nothing was moving, because it was still trying to bring it up. So I'm going to
Yeah.
gather and let's see what we got.
Charcoal. Gold nugget.
Your ownership.
Oh, bear gathered
Charcoal.
gold
And a gold
nugget.
Is that okay if Bear gathered it?
He reaches down, he sees it, he's like, "Arr," picks it up and brings it over to you.
And
So it's going to show up in his inventory.
oh, there it is.
You can transfer it to me. It's
Well, there you
fine.
go. Yeah.
Would I like to mine for gems? Yes, of course I would. And I do my F11 to
It's
make
like
it.
I think everyone clicked on it at the same time, and then the system was like, "What do I do?"
Okay,
This
Glenn,
gathering spot is exhausted and cannot be used again until it's reset.
all right, well, there it is. And Glenn, I think I fixed your pamphlet problem for your pamphlets. I'm going to
Scrolls.
fix your scroll. Try your scroll again once I fix it, okay?
Where do these scrolls go when I?
Into your inventory. Into your, and I mean, scrolls are
do it?
consumables, so it would probably be in
Oh, I
your
see it now.
consumables.
Thank you. Yes. And I can't open it from my consumables.
Harold.
Okay. All right. Anyways, moving on. Thaddeus and Percy have moved off into an area. As Percy walks down to the spot that he is in, I need to get some fog off of here for you guys. We have got only about 7 minutes left. But as Percy walks around the corner where he is, he sees what appears to be a big ass cave spider who obviously is aware of him and attacks. So we are going for break. First, you're rolling for initiative, and then we're going for break. Don't forget what your initiative is, because I'm going to be setting up initiative for everybody.
Bugger us. How did I miss? How did I miss?
Rob, you have got you've got legendary skills for dropping dice from a count.
I do.
He's a dice launcher. I rolled a 2.
Boom. Everybody's in here except we got to take out the dwarf. Oh, the dwarf didn't go in. Interesting. All right.
Does
1,
Bear
2,
roll
3,
for
4,
initiative?
5. Bear can, but Bear's off in a wall someplace. You're going to bring him into this and get him where he's supposed to be.
He's in a wall somewhere?
Well,
He's over here.
His,
Yeah.
his icon
No,
is
we're-
sitting in a wall.
We're way over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
we
I'm
need to
going to
move the
correct the
screen.
map. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I'm looking at my screen, not the map. We're going to put the map front and center here.
Because Bear was hanging out with us.
Don't companions go immediately after their
Yes.
master?
And he will. So we're all the way over here like this. And the screen's on me. Why is it on my damn face? We need to get it in better places than that. Okay, good. There. Okay, we're going to go and take a break now. Guys, we're going to be back right now. It is 9:09 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We are going to be back at 9:20 p.m. So 11 minutes, we will be here. We'll see you then. Okay, we are back, and we just ended up entering combat. The Wilders are in a mine, the Shallow Creek mine. They've been exploring it, and they have found an area. Hey, hi there, Ion. Thank you very much. By the way, big shout out to Ion Eyes for coming and chatting with us and talking. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Before we start the combat, though, I want to switch to our minicam. I want to show off a couple of things. Here it is. I've still got to do some work on the minicam because it's too white. I'm going to get the lighting a little bit better. Here are some of the minis that Thaddeus has painted over the last week. These are some guys that are not in the campaign yet, but at some point maybe we'll see them. But he's done a great job as always. They look pretty good. Pass me those other two, and we're gonna switch it out. I want Bear and Drama.
Where do you get your STL files from?
So some of these STL files are files that, and Percy's the one who's printing them, or I was printing them a couple of years ago with my 3D printer. I'm gonna just do a little switch, and then I'll come back and tell you. Give me one moment here.
Those are amazing.
Pay no attention to the big pink hand.
Nobody can see it.
Okay.
Why not? Isn't it on minicam?
I switched
now
off
it
while you were doing that.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so those are the beautiful little carvings that we've got now for our two companions. Drama is Raven's companion, and Bear is Josephine's big old dire wolf companion. Raven asked where we get our STLs from. I subscribed to a number of different mini artists who make digital STL files of miniatures. A couple of years ago, I subscribed to a whole bunch of them, and I gathered a whole bunch of STL files that we have printed up for the various kinds of things. Everything from, dwarves to monsters to elves to you name it. A lot of those have never been painted, and that's what's happening now. Is we're in the process of trying to get most of the stuff that we would use painted so that it's in living color on our table. Okay, there we go. Why don't we switch back? And if you want to grab those two, Thaddeus, if you can reach them, we'll put them back on the table. I'm going to continue with gameplay. Now, you guys have encountered this. This is what you get to see on your, and I will put it on the back screen for you too. This is what you get to see, lucky you. Two of these big guys is what Percy and Thaddeus are facing off against.
Two of them.
Yes, there are two.
Mm-hmm.
One there, one there.
Yeah.
We're just going to go with tokens because I don't have any scorpions on me right now. And we're always using lobsters. And
Okay.
So I rolled a 24.
Yeah.
So let's get to the initiatives. I'm going to fix everybody's initiative up. Percy's is a total of 24, and so it is on the thing. What about you, Thaddeus?
29.
29. You're above Percy then. Raven?
19.
19. You were below they're down here. You're above that scorpion, though. And Josephine?
Including bonus, I rolled a 12.
Wow.
And Bear rolled a 13.
Bear will always be with you. We'll just do the same, both of you together. And Lavinia.
Well, I rolled for
16.
him anyways.
16. All right. I'll put you up there then.
So
right
5
there.
plus initiative.
That means Thaddeus is starting. Thaddeus immediately reacts.
I mean, you are face to face with it.
Well,
To be
not really. I'm behind a big pillar.
He's peeking out behind a pillar, but that thing sees him and it spins around. And it's going to start to approach him on its turn.
All right.
I'm going to spin both of these around.
You got those gloves on?
Oh, yes.
Glove, no love.
Yep.
I am going to
Gloves on.
add a timer. I'm popping our last timer for the night. Right now, 40 minutes. And that's it. We will be done at about 10:15.
I am using my pearl hilt filleting knives.
Okay, going for the filleting knives. And are you throwing them? Are you moving
I
up
am
to...
throwing them before he gets to me.
Okay.
Plus 14 to strike. And
All you need is
20.
3 then.
oh,
It's good. You got 20. You only had to roll a 5.
hmm?
Ouch. Okay.
Well, no,
or
I
6.
rolled a 6.
6. Okay, you hit him.
Okay.
I should see what these guys can do as far as
Damage.
attacking you guys.
1d6 plus 1 piercing plus 1d4.
Now, next up,
He's prone, right?
No.
He's not prone?
He's still on your shoulder, right?
he's
I'm
unconscious. So it
I'm
doesn't
gonna
matter. You
have to
can
use
lay him
one
on the
action to
ground.
put him down, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. Well,
You
I'm
can
gonna
throw 'em
say
at them.
dropping him ain't an action,
Okay.
but he might wake up if you drop him.
You could throw him at
But he's
him.
tied up.
He's got manacles.
Yeah.
And the
Five.
manacles, yeah.
5 piercing and 3 fire.
Okay, so a total of 8. All right, and that's what? 1 dagger, and you're throwing another.
I'm throwing another.
You throw a second dagger.
Exactly the same thing.
Okay, damage. Did you guys get the pop up for combat? No, probably not. Ba-ba-da-ba. There it is.
Oh, something popped up.
Ooh,
That's scary.
with
We
a
even had a
sound effect
sound.
even.
Okay, so you will now have the pop up because I forgot to start the encounter. The encounter is now officially begun. You can
And-
close that tracker if you wish to. You don't have to stick
And
stick
Bear
around.
just plays with me.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
going to go with you. I need to see if I can get him on the tracker, though. What was the damage on your second?
The damage was exactly the same. 5 piercing plus 3 fire. Sorry, 3 bleed, not fire.
So that's 8.
Damn. So you took a hell of a whack out of this guy. Good stuff.
Nice.
Okay. Now we don't have Bear on the initiative. Let's get him set up so that he is there with Josephine. We're gonna put him right down here with you. Did it re-roll all the initiatives? No. Okay, just Bear. Okay, good. A little concerned about that. Okay, good. As you can see on the tracker, Percy's up next. Cave Scorpion, Raven, Scorpion, Lavinia, Josephine. What do you want? What do you have left to do, Thaddeus? Anything else? You've got to use your action to throw both at the first. You have 2 actions left.
I have 2 actions left. I'm going to step back behind this barricade, even though I know it's coming up, but I'm getting ready for when he comes around the corner.
Okay. All right, Percy, what do you want to do? You
Um,
are pretty much face to face, aren't you?
I'm pretty much face to face as well. So yeah, I should be able to do both of my things, my
You wanna do a
tomahawk and my
twin
bowie knife.
takedown?
Do a twin takedown. Yep, let's do it.
All right, so Percy has
So-
targeted this one by him. We're going to twin take down this guy.
First one is a no.
First one's a no.
What's their AC on these guys? That's plus 12, so that'll be 16.
Misses.
Shite.
Too low.
Okay.
They have armor, right? Because they're
Well, it was only
Chitness armor.
One move, though.
That was only one move. True. So for me to use my tomahawk again. Come on, baby. Do me right. Oh,
Come
what
on,
the
baby,
heck's
do
going
me
on?
right.
Oh.
Did you give me your dice? It's like 16
Go to
again.
triple. This will be a better screen.
Jeez.
Okay, so
And I've got one more move.
you yell the word shit.
I can yell
Reach
the
back
word
behind and
shit
pull some
or
out and throw it.
I
Kick
You could
wildly
step.
in the darkness.
Step behind the dwarf that you dropped at your feet.
Isn't there like a defense thing you can do?
a defense thing.
I thought there was
Well, step
Like
works,
an action that is a step or defense that increases your armor class. I could be mistaken.
Okay, so that's not bad. 30 combined unarmed strike.
Okay, so you rolled a
I
total
rolled
of 30.
a total of 30 on an unarmed strike.
Well, it's minus 10, so you totally hit him
Okay.
because that's 20 and that beats his armor class.
Okay. And so damage should be in the chat.
Well, your damage for your
1d4 plus 3 bludgeoning. Isn't it? Or it's, what the hell is it?
I don't know. It's on your
Plus
sheet.
6
Go to your
max.
actions.
It says 1d4 plus 3 bludgeoning, but I thought it was more because of the claws and the
You can use the wraps this
And the
time if you
wraps.
want. Now, they're in your inventory.
yeah.
They're called the hand wraps of mighty blows.
Yeah. I
They
thought-
are invested. Okay.
Yeah.
As you invest these, blah, 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 you must meditate and wrap them around your hands. Yeah. You can upgrade.
It's not.
What's it say? With your armor, increase the damage of your unarmed attacks from 1 weapon die to 2. All right, so 2d4.
It's 2d4. That's a little better.
Why is Thaddeus still in the swirling hieroglyphs?
Oh, hold on, thank you. There. I have de-swirlified Thaddeus and swirlified Percy.
Thank you.
I've got to push this little arrow to move us forward, and I forget. So how much damage did you do to this
8.
scorpion? 8 points of damage. Good stuff.
With an unarmed strike. Just
Punches
because
them in fury.
I just got frustrated and I was like, "Bleh."
Take that, you stupid, stinky scorpion.
Stinky scorpion creature.
It now becomes it becomes the scorpion's turn. Oh, see, look, it works. And look, they've got like a dark one. This scorpion decides that it's going to move up and it is going to attack Thaddeus. Squawk, squeaky squawk, little sounds from it as it attacks him with its pinchers. Maybe. I'm looking to see what it's going to do. It's going to try for a strike with its stinger. So you see the stinger on its tail rear back and swing forward right at Thaddeus. Rolls to hit.
Stadios.
He's like,
Rolls at an unbelievable 4. That would be a miss.
boom, boom, boom.
Thaddeus dodges to the side and it misses.
Thaddeus.
Rears back, decides it's going to snap at him with one of its claws and tries to strike. This is with a +6. That's a 14 plus 6 for 20. And I think that is not going to come anywhere near Thaddeus's armor class at
What's your armor
24.
class? Oh.
It's 24
Okay,
because of the
Nice,
nimble
nice.
dodge.
Nice.
I was
These
gonna
guys don't
say
have a
he
lot of
nimbly
strike
dodges the strike.
And that's good because, these things
Mhm.
hurt.
Kinda-
I'm just going to let you know they hurt.
They look kind of painful.
So it's confused. It tries one more time with the other one. Its very last action, snap. But it only gets a +2 to 5. So with a whopping 7 strike attack, it fails. And it becomes the next third player's turn. It is Raven's turn.
Okay, I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is that right? 5, 10,
Each of these squares will be 5, so you can just count a square.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm trying to move my token as I go, and it's not working very well.
Yeah. I
So that's
agree.
one move. If there's rocks there, is that space impassable? Like, can you
It's
stand
not
on
it's
it?
passable, but it tends to be uneven ground.
Okay. And I will cast summon animal.
Okay. We're summoning an animal. You have got three
Oh, hang on.
two companions to choose from, a slurk or a velociraptor.
Actually, I may not be able to do that because it might be a three.
Summon animal is a 3 action deal.
I'm just checking. I think it might be. I think it is.
Doo-doo-doo. I just saw it here too. Where the hell is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, you're out of luck this time. You might as well use the rest of your actions to move or not move or do what you want.
Well, I don't want to get in the way of everybody else either, because I'm.
Well, if you're standing on that rubble back there, you'd still have a fairly good sight line. Yeah.
Okay, I will attack.
Mad at gaming.
He yelled that to him across the room.
Yeah, he did. Go stand on that rubble, Raven.
Stand on the rubble, Raven. Quick.
Okay, I'll move to this rubble spot.
Coming to get me.
Okay, that's perfect. And it is now Cave Scorpion's turn. The one that is faced off against Percy decides to attack Percy, reaches back with its stinger to try and make a hit. And with a 19, frickin' hits him.
Oh,
No.
So it's 2d6 plus 2 piercing, my friend. So we're going to get a couple of d6. Get a little... Oh, I just paused the game. Sorry about that. 7 points of damage plus, hold on, what was it? Plus 2 piercing, total of 9 points of damage. To Percy. Percy is also poisoned with cave scorpion poison. And so next round, he is going to take a d4 of damage.
How long does the poison last?
And at what point does that
Maximum
trigger?
duration 6 rounds.
Okay.
At what point does that trigger his weird tiger getting really
Oh,
pissed off?
We haven't got there yet.
No,
He has not taken enough damage yet for Weird Tiger
Nope.
to go. We will have to see. But under effects, I'm trying to figure out how I can add this. Oh, I remember. So we click on the token, we right click the token, and there is an effects thing. And then we go find it. Why don't you have the persistent, paralyzed, petrified, prone? Why isn't poison here as an effect? Is it not a...
Oh, does he get a fortitude save against the poison, or is he just automatically poisoned?
I think he's automatically poisoned in this case. I will look that up and clarify it next time. But apparently it's not an effect. What the fuck? Fine, we're just going to remember we got to move on. So it is now, he has poisoned you. He's still got an action to do. So he's going to go after you with his pinchers. So with his pinchers, he rolls. This is his second action. And his second action, go up here. There. He rolls a crappy 2 and misses you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Third action, which I don't even think it's possible for him to do. Third action, he rolls a 13, but he only gets a +0 or a +2 to it. So at 15, he doesn't hurt you with his third action. Actions: grab. A requirement. Last action was the successful strike. He does not grab you with his pinchers. He's unable to do it. You're only poisoned.
Okay.
Okay, and it becomes next person's turn, which is Lavinia Rose, then Josephine Smith.
Okay, I have a quick question. All this dark area, is that rock?
Yeah.
Or, okay. So in order for me to even see those guys, I have to move ahead.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass because you guys are in mining tunnels.
Yeah.
So your line of sight is extremely limited unless you get right up and within melee range.
All right.
So you can hear the conflict happening. You can hear this screeching from this cave scorpion, and you can hear Percy going. So what do you want to do? Where do you want to move?
I want to give you the dog. He's down here
Simon,
barking at me.
stop woofing at us. Simon, come here.
I
Like
want to move up here. Yep. Just to a point where I can see.
I'll drag
And
your token up there for you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I am casting magic missiles at the guy back here.
The one by Percy or the one
Yeah.
by Thaddeus?
Who was it that was just doing?
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you see where I moved your token. From there, you can see enough of the scorpion because he's big to
Yeah.
actually hit him.
All right.
Okay, to get
So-
around the corner.
All right. So
You're casting
here's-
magic missiles.
Give my single token.
All right. So you had to move to do that. You can still cast 2 magic missiles.
Yeah.
Unless you want to upcast it. Did you give me a level 1?
I gave you a 1.
Okay, so you got 2 missiles plus 1 point of damage, so 2 d4s.
So give me a D4. I have 1,000.
You do have a few d4s there.
Okay.
And after this, Josephine, it'll be your turn.
I'm
You'll be
gonna
able
get
to
you check them for me.
figure out what you want to do. You and then Bear. We'll do Bear right after you.
3 and 1.
4 points plus 1 point. Actually, I think you might do more than 1 point of force damage now if we look at your spells. Did you look at your...
No, well, my computer's all closed up, so I could put.
No,
this
you
back
just
up.
use it on your keypad instead of closing
We
your
all just
computer.
use the keypad to do it,
All right.
so we don't close.
Good idea.
It's just 1 force on it, apparently, from what this says. So you did a total, what, 5 points of damage?
5 points.
I believe it was?
Yep.
Okay, so you do 5 points to this guy. All of a sudden, these missiles hit it, coming around. The missiles, they whip around Percy. Phew, phew, and they hit this guy for a total of 5 points, which is... And you hear it squawk in protest. That is the end of your turn. Josephine, you're up.
Can Bear and I take our turns at the same time?
Yeah, you could like command him to go ahead of you.
Like we are going like this. Run, 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 run. He jumps this way, I jump this way, and I pew pew, and he...
I love that.
Okay, so who is doing their first? Who's taking the first attack of the two of you? Let's just do it that.
Okay, well,
And I'll
I will-
move
I
your
will
tokens
pew
and
pew.
where they need to be.
I will pew pew with Mabel, actually, because I'm still...
Now,
away.
Bear's token is attached to you, so I'm just going to have Bear go with you, and I'm not unattaching.
We separated. He's
I
going
know,
that
but
way.
I can't do that with the
Oh.
tokens.
Oh, okay.
So the tokens will just not exactly reflect where your
Okay.
minis are. Okay, so what are
So-
you doing? You're shooting with Mabel,
Mabel, yeah.
and they're targeting the one that Percy is attacking Percy.
Yeah.
All right, hit
I
it.
thought that's Thaddeus.
Or, sorry, whoever. Whoever.
That would be me.
Okay.
Okay, you're targeting that one.
Yes.
I need to know because, of course, I'm going to change the right health level. Okay,
Okay.
roll to
so-
hit him.
Yeah, just give me a second. Sorry, I thought about my action, but I didn't bring up my. Okay, so it's plus 13.
D20, and you add 13 to the total.
23.
Hit him, no problem.
Okay, so that's going to be
Damage is it a D10 for your big
D10.
old Mabel?
10, yeah.
And then you get a D4 with fire. What else do you get on it? I don't remember.
D4, I think. Or was it a D6?
D10 plus D4. Yeah,
D4. Yeah.
There you go.
might as well roll them at the same time.
You should put
5
your-
altogether.
Put your tray on your keyboard while you do it.
Oh, can I re-roll since I didn't put it on my
No. What did you get total?
a 5
Total 5?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a 1 on my 10 and a 4 on my 4.
All right, 9. Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, that is the end of your turn because your movement plus your shot. Bear's turn.
And Bear is chomping down. So yeah, he's already run. He's used up his movements. He's just going to take an attack action. So let's see what we have here. What does he do?
Yeah, what does he do?
Well, a melee.
Jaws.
Jaws, yeah.
He's got a
so
plus 12 on his
12.
jaws.
So we're gonna roll
And-
for him.
Doesn't he charge at you and knock you down?
Yeah, he has
Well,
knockdown.
Well, yeah, he's a vicious wolf. He's
Right.
just gonna attack and bite.
Which is not going to work against a cave scorpion that's this high and low and this wide.
Yeah.
It's like trying to knock over like a low
Sure.
trailer.
Yeah,
ain't
so
working.
it's-
Is he
can-
jumping
can-
on top of him?
Yeah, well, exactly. He can still attack
Could
him, and
he could jump on top of it,
Couldn't he?
but he's got the stinger is going to bring him closer to the stinger.
Mm,
I was thinking he'd go just right behind the neck, like he just naturally does.
All right, roll to hit. And he does a 1d10 plus 5
He's
piercing
got-
now.
He rolled
That's
a 16 plus 12, so he
Hits.
rolled a 28.
D10 and 5
then a
piercing.
D10
and the
and
5
5.
piercing will always hit as long as he hits.
Okay,
So he's got a pretty wicked bite.
that's nice.
Because he's a dire wolf, so it's worse than a wolf's bite.
And he rolls way better than his mom. I rolled a 6.
6 plus 5.
Yeah, plus 5.
11.
11 points of damage. Bear leaps up and with his heavy weight lands and bites this thing and kills it dead ski.
Yeah!
I'm down. He's a
Love
good
you,
boy.
Bear.
Such a good boy.
Two boys.
Such a good boy.
And it
Spell on the
becomes.
wrong one.
Oh, yeah. It's this one over here that would be dead.
Yeah, thank you. Well, you know what?
There
I gotta just switch them. There, that one goes
Just-
over
just
here. This
switch
one
'em.
comes over here. There we go. There.
Okay.
Okay. All done now.
And they
Okay.
all lived happily
And,
ever
uh,
after.
That's right.
The
So
end.
that was Bear's turn, and
Bear's
that
turn.
means that it immediately
Such a good boy.
because that's the start of the new round. Apparently, Thaddeus, it's the beginning of a new round.
Why, thank you. I am going to take my exquisite cane rapier.
Exquisite.
The exquisite,
Uh,
as opposed to the regular cane.
It is also a plus 14 to strike.
All right, hit him.
Rolled
Oh,
an
that's
18. An 18 plus a 14.
Damage.
Yes.
Whatever your cane rapier's damage is.
1d8 plus 2 piercing. 1d4 bleed.
Right, because it's weird. It does a +2/+2, so we know it's a +4.
Mhm.
It's a D8 +4 and a D4, right?
And a d4.
D8 and a D4 and 4.
Oh, I rolled a d10, sorry. There it is. 8 plus 2/2 and and 3.
So 8 and 3 and +4, right? So
Yes.
it's 7 and 8, which is 13 points of damage. And this guy is looking like he is in super rough shape. One of his legs is badly broken. One of his pinchers is barely working. Yeah, he's in rough shape. That was your first attack, right?
Yeah.
Roll. What do you want to do for your second? You're going to attack him
I'm
again?
doing another swing.
Go ahead. Second swing has got a bonus of what does it say? This is your exquisite cane rapier.
Yep.
We should put your other one in the bag so we don't have to look at both of them. It's a +8 on your second. Nope, wrong thing. Hold on. It's a +10. God, it's a +10 on your second attack. Because your first attack is a 14.
17 plus 10, that's
Hits, no
27.
problem. You're not going to have a hard time hitting him. He's pretty badly battered up.
No. 8 plus 2.
8 plus 4 and 2.
Crunch, and you crush his head, and he is dead.
Yay! 2 down.
You
Way to
are,
go!
You got skills.
You got some
Why, thank you,
skills.
Miss Smith, for
They're
your assistance.
multiplying.
you are out of combat. Now that is
Sorry,
the end of the
said you got
encounter.
skills.
And I need to do something
Thank you,
about
Miss
the
Smith,
poison.
for your assistance. I appreciate that.
My pleasure, sir.
What do you wish to do now that you're out of combat?
I got to fix my poison.
You have got to fix your poison. That is correct.
Yes,
Because
you
your
Hit
poison
me. Hit me, I'm
takes
poisoned.
off for another 2 points. If he'd stayed in combat, he would have become a weird tiger.
Who anti-venoms? One of you. Or one of you three, actually.
Well, will antidote work against a venom, or does it have to be an anti-venom?
What does it say on
I
the
have
thing?
copious amounts of antivenom. I do believe. Let me just double check this.
Okay, while that's happening, does anybody want to have a look at these scorpions?
I certainly
They
do.
should be lootable. Double click them.
Yeah, I'll search them. Bear and I will sniff around.
Have a look at their inventory.
how do we? I can't remember where do we find the?
Are they lootable? Can you double click them and see the
Yeah,
inventory?
they are. I just can't remember where to find the bag of holding now.
It's either the bag of holding button on your hotbar or P for party.
Not that party. You have to hit P to bring up a different window.
Yeah, I know, but then how do I drag and drop it into? Okay.
You hit stash. It's a tab on the right.
Okay, so I want to point
You
out
can drag and drop.
that
Okay,
this
thank you.
time around on these guys, you'll notice that a cave scorpion has got claw and a poison stinger, right? Those are being, Josephine is grabbing them right now. We'll go to
Sorry,
this
I'm
one.
stealing them. I'm putting them. in
Chitinous
stash.
armor. Which 4 gold pieces for chitinous armor is pretty damn good. Claw, poison stinger, right? Here's the point. When Percy or Josephine are hunting animals, those animals will now have the appropriate types of items on them, like hides and stingers and claws and horns. And if you want to make a lot of the recipes, these kinds of things are the kinds of things. For example, well, how do you make a black powder horn? Well, obviously, you need a horn. Well, where do you get a horn? Well, you're going to get a horn off of a bison or a cow or whatever, right? So it'll be if you hunt a bison, you harvest the bison, you're going to get a big heavy hides, and you're going to get a couple of horns that you can make black powder horns of. So this is the kind of stuff you're going to need for your recipes. Keep track of it. Put it someplace.
Could you take a look under anti-venom poison or potion and help me understand what it's saying?
So the scorpion bodies skeletons have been violated and everything removed and put into the bag of holding now. So
I don't know if I like the term violated.
Violated.
they had their claws removed,
Stupidity
okay, and
shit.
their poison extracted. They were violated.
You know, I think you should have got a maybe against the poison. You should have got a fortitude check. This cloudy white liquid helps protect against poisons. It only protects. It does
Yes,
not.
but when you drink it, you can immediately attempt a flat check to end any persistent poison damage you're taking.
So what do I have to roll?
Yes. You roll a d20. You got to make 10.
10.
All right, I'll accept that. You no longer take any damage from your poisons.
Yay.
Jen, you need to subtract one of your anti-venoms and delete it because
I can
Percy
do
drank it.
How many hit points did you lose, Percy?
I think we lost like 6
Party
or something
screen.
like
What
that.
does it say?
I
It
lost.
says that he's at 67 out of 78.
Okay, here's a batch of my reagents for a health potion. So you roll a
Batch of your
1d6.
reagents. Okay, so roll 1d6. Okay. Hands me a bunch of chemicals. It says,
Well,
put this
it's
together
always-
yourself. It's IKEA.
Oh,
Put this weird stuff in your mouth. See what happens.
Trust me, you can drink it.
6.
oh, you get 6 points of 6 points of health.
Must be nice.
Okay.
So
moving
is
on.
anybody else lacking in health?
Look at party. Look at the party screen. P for party. You will see that Josephine's got 35, and she is the lowest health of anybody in the group. 34 out of 53.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's low.
That's what it says on the
It
party
is
screen.
low, isn't
That's
it?
why you have a
Well,
party screen.
Then,
So if you
since
guys are
I've
gonna
got
heal
the
her up, heal her up.
Skookum D10 to be able to use for heals, right?
So are you casting one of your heals
I'm casting it
with a focus?
with focus on you.
Thank you.
Okay. That means you have used 3 of those focus heals. You have 2 of those focus heals left. Okay. I'm gonna put them on, put them up. Did you catch that,
Yes.
Lavinia? You have 2 focus heals left. I have got the labels now, the round labels that I need for stickers, and I've made
You
a
got
thing.
5.
I need
Thank
somebody.
you.
Who's got a good printer who'd be willing to print some labels for me? I just need mostly black. You guys have good printers? Yeah, I'm going to give you some labels to take home. Remind me. Give them to you right now.
I have a laser printer,
Here's a
inkjet,
elixir of
and
life.
a dice
Roll a
sublimation printer.
1d6.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I want really good quality ones. I'm going to give you two things. This, and I'll give you the other one later. We've got to remember that those have to go with you. So, and don't lose them. And I'm going to give you the
Come on, big money.
files
Okay.
to
I rolled
print.
a 2.
Yeah.
Because then I will have poker chip slot,
Thank you,
poker
though.
chip tokens
It's
for her
not your
focus
elixir, it's my
spells
roll.
and stuff like
Oh,
that.
nice.
They're
Okay.
a little better.
Yeah.
I am a little better, thank you.
Okay.
So, with Lavinia's, what was it?
My healing spell.
Healing spell, I gained 5 points, HP points back, and then Raven just passed me an elixir of life, and I rolled a d6, and I rolled 2 out of 6. So
Do you need a
I'm
bandage?
now up to 41 out of 53, so I'm feeling pretty good. So thank you guys. Thanks, team.
I've got some yarrow bandages.
I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, save
I
them.
don't think she can use a yarrow yet because I don't think it's been long
4
enough.
hours.
And-
4
4
hours?
hours
No,
in
it's been
between.
a day, isn't it?
I'd say another 2 hours and you're good for a yarrow bandage.
No, it
Oh.
has to be 4 hours in between.
Because
yeah.
you guys bandaged up and then you rode the mammoth.
That's
Yes.
right.
So that means that you're probably, like I say, 2.5 hours out. Where do you want to explore since you are here? You have now finished all of this bit.
Where's our ghost?
Your ghost. I haven't been able to play Willibus. He comes over and he's like, oh, good job. You killed a couple of big bugs. Oh, you're the most fearsome slayers of bugs I've ever seen.
Can we ask him which direction we can go to find the prisoners?
He's like, oh, I won't tell you about where the prisoners are, but I will tell you that there are mushrooms to the south of you and a very nice shrine that I want you to visit to the north of you.
Okay. Can you tell us where the prisoners aren't?
They aren't to the south of you and they aren't directly to the north of you.
Okay. So we are going to,
North.
you're directing
north.
us to places that the prisoners definitely aren't.
You're going to the north.
We'll go to the north.
Let's go to the
I'd
north.
be happy to see the
Yeah.
shrine.
A shrine, yes.
Okay, so Thaddeus is currently at the bottom of a big old set of stairs. I'm going to switch us back over to adventure screen so we can see what's going on. Thaddeus is at the bottom of the stairs, and they are going upwards. Looks like they open up into an area that's got tiled. Thaddeus just walks right up the stairs. He doesn't check for traps or anything. And sure enough, he's in an area that... Is it showing this on? Good, it is. This is as far as he can see right now. It looks like it's opening up into a bigger area ahead of him. That's what you can see from where you're at. I'm going to move the map because we are getting...
I'm going to interrupt as well because I do see that 4 minutes ago that timer that you set
I
did go
know.
off. Okay.
So I think if
just
you
to
guys
let
are
you guys
cool
know.
with it, we will play... I thought that I set a 40-minute timer.
You did set a 40-minute timer
I don't understand why it went off already.
because 40 minutes passed.
Yeah, but I thought I set it at,
It's just time
at the
passes so
half
quickly.
hour. Didn't I? Like, didn't
Time
I say...
passes very quickly when we get into gaming.
This is. It's a bit strange. I don't know how the timers work.
Okay. I set the timer 34 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
So there's something wrong with the damn timer is what I'm saying.
I'm going to go and get one of those wind-up timers.
See, I have one of those, and
Just like let it go.
Let's do that.
Jump
That's a
all
great
over the
idea.
table when.
I would love that better than this timer.
I got mine from Uline.
Okay, you can get them from the dollar store. I have one that it looked like a chicken, and you rolled it up, and like when it ticked down, it went and jumped all over the table.
So it is 10 p.m. And I would like to be done at 10:15 to 10:20. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
So we're going to go that many more minutes and then we're wrapping it up. You guys all move up into this area. I moved the map. You guys can sort minis out as you need to. I also got to sort out the adventure screen. I'm going to do that here. And okay, Thaddeus, what do you want to do?
Thaddeus is going to move out from underneath Percy.
And you were awesome at moving your token, by the way. Thank you for being so good at that.
I'm searching.
Josephine, on the other hand, just
Josephine
goes through
jumps
the wall.
right in there through the
Oh,
wall.
I'm riding there. Like, we jumped over everyone.
Sprawling.
He's
Unclear on the concept of an underground mine.
No,
Okay.
no, we jumped over everyone. It just
So I rolled a 26 for
Okay.
searching.
So you were leaped over by Josephine, who now is standing right in front of a great big shrine. And I'm going to see, I might even have an awesome picture. Do I have it? Oh, I do. Yeah. So here we go. You have a nice picture of the shrine. So you can see what the shrine looks
Ooh.
like.
that's a lovely
I'll pull
shrine.
it up.
That is a nice shrine.
Looks like Lothar.
He's both are skinnier than that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Did it show it up here? Yeah, it did. Good. Okay, as you can see, there are a whole bunch of things that have been put on it. And as you examine all of these different papers and other missives and stuff, you find that it is a memorial that has been here for a very long time, for decades. A deserted memorial with all of the notes about the lost miners who died in the Shallow Creek mine disaster that killed Wilbras.
So if it has been abandoned for many, many years, why are the candles lit?
The candles are lit because they're eternal magic candles that always stay lit. The miners know how to make those.
Good question.
So yes, there's a little bit of stuff around here. Also, this is something the Duergar would honor as well, so maybe they lit the candles. As you
And
go
it's
up here,
something we should not desecrate.
I wish
I
to
agree.
point
Why
out to
would
you
we
that there's something
desecrate it?
laying on the floor just north of the shrine. Northeast of it.
Yeah, looks like a piece of paper.
No, it's not something I can pick up.
Can anybody click it? Is it clickable by you guys?
I don't even see it.
It's like a scroll or something. I bet you could.
Now, this shrine that you're at, when you look at the papers, they basically say that it's dedicated to Angrad, the dwarven god of the forge fire.
I don't think anyone can pick it up. I think everyone's tried.
I don't see it.
It's just above the
That guy?
scroll out, and then scroll up. Right click, drag down.
Yeah.
Not right there.
Okay. I
No.
think it's broken, that's why.
Not me.
It was
Not I, said
selected.
the mother.
It's an oldie.
Shoot,
That's
you know
why.
I know
What?
exactly we did. The fact that we cannot pick up that is
Try it. Somebody click it now. Did it open for anybody?
Insuperable.
I got it.
It
this
is.
time.
It's insuperable.
Lore search.
insuperable that we were
It's
not
a lore
able
search.
to pick it up.
Does it do anything when you click it?
Remaining pulls are 0, so someone's already gathered it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, somebody got it.
But it's not.
No.
in the-
No.
It's not in the.
Lore search only works until I move time forward and it resets. So we're going to go to the calendar magically and we're going to decide, and I'm going to reset to the back, but we're going to say magically that it is the next day and that will reset it. Go ahead, try it now.
Remaining
It's
pulls
gone.
are 0.
Just
Still.
says group notes.
I get it. So all these list of items that are showing underneath are the percentage of chance of getting that.
Gather?
But it says remaining pulls is 0.
Hit gather anyways. 'Cause I don't know. It's not in the.
I get it. So all these list of items that are showing underneath are the percentage of chance of getting that. But it says remaining pulls is 0.
Hit gather anyways.
says it's exhausted.
Try now.
Now I see there's a poll.
There
And
you
I
go.
gathered something.
It's in your chat.
Awesome. Let's see what it is.
Draxy's recipe book.
Oh, I don't have permission to view this.
This is when I was building them. This was an old archaic version of my pamphlets, which is why it's not working the way it's supposed to. The new pamphlets work much better. Okay, so you have done this. Is there anything else you're doing at this shrine?
We've
Well,
searched the shrine already.
Carefully
No.
examine things.
Well, we can search it, but we cannot
That's all you
desecrate it.
found? Is this one
We
little...
are
I,
not-
I just tell you from warnings of Grandma and of Pharasma
I don't
and
think
all of the above.
we have any ill
intent.
intent whatsoever. We see that this is a like
As you look through all the
we've always-
papers, you
we've
find
always
out
been
that they're all
respectful.
just written papers about memorials to the miners. The only thing that's of use is this one Draxy's book that the Raven can use.
Yeah.
That's the only thing laying around here that is usable. Is there anything else you want to do
I'm
at the
checking
shrine?
the north corridor.
And I'm going to ask the ghost what he would suggest. Can we pray to this deity for any kind of advantage?
The ghost looks at you angrily and turns his face away.
Interesting.
No, that says
Actually,
the-
I'm going to ask
not
the
sure.
ghost, do you know this guy?
And he puts his nose up and snubs as he looks at all of you in silence, like he's waiting for something.
Can I say I'm sorry for your loss, sir?
Did they remember you?
He won't talk to any of you now because he's waiting for something.
Didn't he want us to do something?
Oh, we're supposed to put the doodad on the thingamajig.
We need to put the mirror
Wow,
on the
technical
shrine.
terms, man.
the dude out on the thingamajig.
Yeah.
Right.
so
there
let's-
was supposed
we
to
get
be a
the
mirror.
get the
on
mirror and we
shrine.
put it on the thingamajig there. Yep. Who's got the mirror?
I don't think it was actually a physical object that went into any of your inventories.
Okay.
So who clicked on it
I-
and made the ghost appear?
All of us.
I think it was actually Josephine made the ghost appear, didn't it?
Did you?
Did it not go into our bag of holding?
No.
Not that one. But
Okay.
let's assume that
Okay,
Josephine
let
got the
us
mirror.
Put the mirror
Doop-a-doo-doo.
down on the shrine. Where am I?
Oh,
I moved you instead of me.
you're manhandling me.
Put the mirror down on the shrine.
These giant hands came from space. And
Okay, and as you do that, you hear a huge hammer hitting a gong, pong, like it's hitting an anvil. And there's a bellow of laughter, and Willibra says, hoo-hoo! And he's happy to answer whatever questions you want for the next 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Oh my goodness. Where are the prisoners?
You're going to find them probably up and to the northeast.
Up and to the northeast. Everyone got that?
Yep.
Okay.
what other traps are there in this dungeon that we should be aware of?
He doesn't think there are any actual physical traps, but he does know that there are 4 Duergar dwarfs just waiting in ambush, aching to take you out. And he also says, beware the Mortlock and the Dig Widget.
Technical terms.
What are those? Are those creatures?
What? You don't know what a Mortlock is? What kind of adventurers are you? Have you never looked up a Mortlock before?
Not
A
yet.
Mortlock is
We're
a-
new.
is an underground humanoid that hasn't seen the light of day in a long time. And this particular one is named Perjurous,
Oh,
and he takes care of the Dig Widget.
he doesn't like court.
And what is a dig widget?
Well, what does it sound like it might be? It's obviously not a box
Shovel.
of Kleenex.
Sounds like a
It's
shovel.
something that
I
digs.
don't know how to document here.
Could be a minion. It's probably
Go to the
what it
journal,
is.
go to my journal, and just start
That's what
typing.
I'm doing. I've got.
Okay,
my
if you're
journal.
in journal, let's have a look at the adventure screen for a sec. If you're in journal and you go to your journal and you can, there's 2 buttons. The buttons you click, first of all, this button makes new categories, but when you click on a category, then this button makes pages. And then you type in here, and then when you hit this little save icon, it saves it. This is an update. And you just hit this button, boom. And you got to click it to have the arrow go down to have it expanded to see your new page. Okay.
Because I was trying to. Oh, I think I did search instead of add page. Wait, new page, or do I want a new category?
Categories go inside pages. So think of it as a category is a folder and a page is a document.
Okay.
I actually wish they'd use the term folder or something. Anyways, but you can right click on a category name to change
So
it.
new category, for example, would be God, what did you just say his name was?
His name was Guthrinder. And I believe if we look
Guthrinder.
under lore for me, oh, I didn't put him in lore for major NPCs, did I? Maybe I gotta look at my own.
Guthrinder. And then see, why can't I?
Okay.
Is something wrong with me? Like, why
What do you
can't I
wanna do?
add any text?
You right click.
Can someone write a note about Guthrinder, the
Ghost.
what? No, he's not a ghost. He's a something else.
Yeah, he is a ghost.
Guthrinder is a ghost.
Guthrinder is a ghost dwarf
Oh, but
whose spirit has been trapped in that mirror.
Yeah,
But-
but, that's
but
not
who-
that's not who you're talking
Oh,
about.
you're
Yeah.
talking about Perjurous,
Perjurous, yes,
who's a Mortlock,
yes,
who takes care of the dig widget.
yes.
You got it.
Figured that would, yeah, I know. I figured that would be important, but I didn't know how to document it.
So
Other than this handy dandy
you couldn't get your
video
journal
recording.
to work at all?
We can change the title, but we cannot add text to the page beneath the title.
The title is, okay,
So Girthwinder, I've edited it to say Ghost in the Shallow Creek Mine, but there's no way to put text beneath that.
Okay, so
is
it
this in
wasn't
your
just
journal?
me.
Where is it?
It's in the party journal.
Party journal. Okay. Girthrinder, Ghost in the Shallow Creek Mine.
You wrote it down, Thaddeus?
Okay, so you made a category, okay, not a page. Okay, you see
Okay.
how it's a category on the left side? And above it, you made another category called Perjurous. When you make a category, it is a folder. When you make a folder in Windows, is the folder anything but a name? No. You put a page in the folder, and that page is what you write into. You cannot write text into a category because it's just a folder.
Yeah, but it's still not doing what you would normally want it to do. So maybe when we're not in active gameplay, we can look at it.
No, we're going to deal with this right now. Okay, here we go. So, in the bottom of the party journal, we've got Guthrinder. You see this? You see how it's got that little arrow there?
We do see it.
Okay, that is a category. You right click on it, and it is a category. All
Oh,
right.
I see. And then there's an add page in the bottom
At
left.
the bottom.
Or besides that add page, there's also up here at the way of the hell at the top, there's an add page up here. Okay. But it's easier to just go to the category and choose the add page there.
Okay.
Now, when you add the pages, for example, let's add a page here. This is going to be page 1. Notice that it's over here on this left index. See, page 1. You got to right click it to edit it if you ever want to edit it. But every time you add a page, it's going to add it to the list of pages that are inside this folder. See?
Okay.
That's how the journal works. So, and then you just edit those pages. So if you look at, for example, I don't know if you guys can edit any of these, but if we see, you can't right click any of these because you don't have the ability. Bimna, Celestias, these are all your read only. But you could go up here to players notes, and notice you have group notes, new page, loot notes, crafting notes, adventure notes. If you right click this, you'll see they're all here like that. Okay. And you can edit them and do what you need because you have the rights to do it on that. And any new folders you make you'll have the right skill.
I just didn't see the ad page at the very
Yeah.
bottom there, and I was trying to enter it directly onto
So
the
it takes a little
page.
while to learn your way around the journal, but this is, believe it or not, the simplified version of the base journal. So it's better system. Having done that, you guys are here. You now know the prisoners, wherever they are far to the northeast.
Far to the northeast?
Well, farther to the northeast, I guess would be more accurate. Thaddeus, are you wanting to go up that tunnel?
Well, I was looking down the tunnel or up the tunnel.
Okay.
I would like to ask, are there hidden passages we should be searching for as we move?
Guthrunder says, no. As a matter of fact, there are no hidden passages with hidden doors in this entire mine. There was no reason for us to do it when we were miners. There was no reason for us to do any hidden passages like it was a spooky castle or something. We were just miners before we all got flooded out and died. So it's just a regular mine unless something new has been added, but Guthrunder says not in this case.
So just head northeast, basically.
Last questions for Guthrunder.
Yeah, I've got one for him. Do the dwarves have any particular weaknesses or things that we could protect ourselves with?
Guthrunder doesn't know. He says they're smelly, but apart from that, he doesn't know much about Duergar dwarves. I mean, they're more like core dwarves than they are like him. He used to be a Keltay dwarf, and he says that they got armor, they got weapons. They just look like regular fighting dwarfs to him. The only issue they have, he gives you one piece of information that you do not have yet. He says they keep wearing these funny goggles on their faces when they go outside, and that's all he says to you.
I have some more questions if
Yep,
there's time.
okay.
What is it you're mining for here in this?
Well, they were
Shallow Creek
mining.
mine.
They were mining before for Dawn silver, and they were mining for tin and copper and ore. But the mine was almost all played out. There's still a little few places you can prospect for those things. That's what Josephine was prospecting for. But if you didn't find any of that in the mining area that you were just in, you're not going to find it in the rest, because all the rest of this area is all just the dwarven quarters.
And now that we've fulfilled your quest, you're going to just disappear into the ether.
And now it's time for me to go. Yes.
Well, you take care. Thank you for your help.
Thank you for your
All
help.
right. And you see him say bye-bye, and he goes, hoo-hoo. And he turns around and he flies straight up through the ceiling and is freed and off to wherever
Must be
dwarves
nice
go.
to be released from a mirror.
I was going to ask him for stuff, but last time he gooed me.
And he does, honestly, he doesn't have any stuff, so it wouldn't have been any.
He's a ghost.
I have stuff.
He's the stuff with goo.
He's got
Most of the time, you're going to
ectoplasm.
find that ghosts don't
Ectoplasm.
actually have inventory, but there may be something nearby,
They
right?
might know of
Because it
where
wouldn't
a
make any
treasure
sense
would
if they
be.
actually had stuff on them. Okay, so as Thaddeus heads up this little channel that he's heading up right here,
I'm also listening.
you do not hear anything other than just the echo on the walls. He spots something laid on the ground up in the corner. I don't like it when this thing freezes up on me.
So, guys, one of the things that I know, or at least we found out, is that they have a particular light sensitivity. So, if I end up hitting them with a light spell when we get into it, it's an area effect, but they should be at least with being underground. They're not going to have their goggles on because those goggles are to protect them from sunlight.
I was going to say, yeah, I
So
think their
if they-
goggles are sunglasses.
Yeah, so if their goggles aren't protecting them underground, that's going to be where we're going to be. So I have to look up the details here, but they will be blinded for a particular amount of time.
Which spells have you prepared that
If I had my thing open, I could tell you. Just a minute.
Okay, we're going to call it here, but I want to do one last thing before we call it. Raven, I'd like you to go up that passageway that Thaddeus and Percy are moving up, and I'd like you to try that scroll that's up in the corner and see if it opens for you.
It's not there anymore.
I just did
What
it.
are we looking at right now?
Did it open and did it work?
I let me search for one item, and now I have to look at the communication to see if it will show me what it was. I gathered a scroll of befuddled.
Excellent.
Yes, rank 1.
Okay, here's the thing about the scrolls that you
And he
find.
doesn't have permission to view it, of course.
Well, not from here. Go
You
ahead.
can't see the scroll?
Well,
You
it's
should be
in
able
my
to.
inventory. I'm sure I can.
Oh, I'll check your
Okay,
inventory.
fine. Yeah, he's got to wait till it goes in his inventory. Although I might be able to fix that. Here's the... No, I can't fix that. Here's the thing about these scroll cases. There are scroll cases for every rank, and there's actually all of the scrolls in rank 1 are available to you. All the scrolls in rank 2, all the scrolls in rank 3. When you click on a scroll case and it gives you that scroll is turned off on the roll table so that you won't get the same scroll twice. You'll always get a new one.
Okay.
Okay. This should make it better for you finding all the different recipes. But there are 122 rank 2 scrolls, like magic spells. There's a 97 rank 3 magic spells. So it's going to be hit and miss.
Sure.
What you get.
Cool.
But I've built a massive inventory of scrolls for you to find. Okay,
Thank
that's
you.
it, guys.
Radiant
We're going to
field.
call it there.
Glenn,
Anybody else
Radiant field.
Thank you.
have any other stuff they want to talk about before we wrap up? We're all done.
No, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. You guys, we got Bear back tonight.
And you got Raven.
And he was so helpful.
Oh, he was.
He stomped that scorpion.
Yes, he was like,
Stomped
"Argh."
him.
Let's kill a scorpion. Big boy. He was a big boy. Great
Such a good
sweetheart. And yes, and now we go on
We could've-
adventures
We could
together.
have made sushi.
Yuck.
You mean with the scorpion sushi?
Their insides are kind of gooey and green, aren't
Ew.
they? Yeah.
Anyways, you guys got all the stuff off of them and you just threw it someplace? Put it somewhere?
I put it in the bag of holding.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
I scooped everything off the scorpions and just threw it.
Scooped.
I scooped the scorpions. And
Don't
threw it
forget
in-
your containers in the bag of holding to put stuff in to sort it. I'll try and make sure there's containers for each of the kinds of things. Like, okay, a container, like there's a bag for gems. We're going to make sure there's a hunting bag for hunting stuff. Okay. So that when you need something like that, you go look in that one or throw your stuff into that one that you don't want in your inventory.
So I don't know if I managed to get the jug with the stuff that was in the jug into the bag of holding or not, because I was having a hard time opening it. And so I guess I'll have to look to see.
It might actually be in your items if you look at your bottom of, or your actors tab at the bottom. If you look at your actors tab at the bottom, I let everybody have a look at it might be there as a treasure right now, isn't it?
Can we take the pink bow off Bear yet?
Do you want to take the pink bow off there?
Yes.
All right, I will.
It's pretty degrading to him, to be honest.
There's nothing left in the sealed jug. It's empty. So you've got the stuff somewhere.
Yeah, but I want the jug.
Oh, you want the jug? Why didn't I think of that? Okay,
I mean,
you're right. That totally makes sense. Next time I make a sealed fucking jug, I'll put an actual jug in there, so that there's a jug to take along with the container. In
Wasn't
this
it called a
case,
sealed fucking jug or something?
I was frustrated with my players
What?
and their stuff.
How so? Okay, so I see within here we've got a Josephine bag, a Lavinia bag, a Percy bag, a Raven bag, a Thaddeus bag.
yes, we don't have a bear bag.
That's fine. Bear and I can share a bag.
Okay.
And if I die,
the-
I'm sure one of you
Oh.
will share your bag with Big Bear.
What was the name of that spell you wanted to cast again?
Radiant Field.
See, I wonder if that goes further.
The
So
120
if
foot
probably
range.
does, yeah.
this
and
way,
it's
it's
the
probably, it
20
might be
foot.
dead end, and we'll
Yeah.
have to go back.
Oh, when you
Group
said the
area.
prisoners
Why are we
were-
holding on to a rusty cutlass?
No, that's right.
That's what I ask myself
Probably
all
right.
the time.
to check?
I need to show you guys something on the adventure screen.
Are we
is
still
a problem.
broadcasting or?
We are.
Yes, we are. But that's okay. It's the end of the night. Here's something that I just realized is important. You need to know because this can cause you some real problems. Up when you're looking for items or wherever there's one of these search item bars here. See this? Okay. Right now, here's what I can see here. I can see all the stuff that's in this tab. But if I type in here, fishified,
Fishified.
it's a condition you can have if you eat the fish that Thaddeus makes.
Not fistified, but bishop.
Shut up.
Oh.
So if you do that, okay, here's the thing. It only shows you the things in the list that actually match the search term.
That looks like a very spiritual.
Yeah, he's fishified. Here's the point. You go back to the actors tab, you go to an encounter, you come back to the items, and then you go, oh my God, Dave, all my stuff is gone because it's not here. And it's because you forgot to take out the stupid fishified from the search items. Okay? Clear your search item bar if you want to see everything. If you leave the search query in the search item bar, even if you log off and come back, you might have everything, you can't find it. Do you understand what I mean?
Yep. Clear out the field or you'll
Clear
get
the
closed.
field or it won't show you what you want, and then you'll freak out and tell the game master that all your stuff got deleted when it didn't. You just didn't clear the search field.
I feel like you just did a very good impression of me right there.
It wasn't you that I was thinking of.
I just
But this is stuff like
in
this.
general.
Is
I
me
know.
doing error control. Okay, we all done? We're gonna go.
Good
We're gonna
night.
leave?
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everyone.
ladies and gentlemen.
So long.
Everybody
Farewell.
wave good night. Good
Auf
night.
Wiedersehen. Goodbye
So long.
until we meet
had our
again.
friend Ion Eyes hang out with us in chat tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you to Dave for another spectacular game, and especially for a scroll that would bring back a past companion who we are all overjoyed to have back with us.
Yeah. Okay, so homework. I'll work out labels with you,
Okay.
Rob, and Amanda. You're gonna try and find us a timer.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Amanda will try and find us a timer. That's good. All right, and Thaddeus needs. Oh, we did. Well, we'll wait to show it off. We'll wait to show it off when it's done and paid.
Okay.
Yay. Always better to
All right,
wait.
let's wrap it up.
Okay, thank you,
Here we
Dave.
go.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Bye. The
Bye.
Brady Bunch.